Come on, man. This nigga is non-consensually potted, yo. Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen. You said what? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, they got him. You said, what was you saying?
I'm not gonna let them cancel you. Cool for right now.
I mean, it sounded like they did cancel you, bro.
No, I said I'm not gonna let them cancel you.
Well, they was canceling you, saying that you wasn't gonna let them cancel me. So I don't know.
I mean, the government is throttling my internet for alleged threats of violence.
You said alleged war crimes. You said what? What was the war crime? It was
alleged, so it didn't really matter,
yeah, I mean, right? Like they didn't. You couldn't prove it. You didn't say it was really happening.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. Maybe I'll committed a war crime or two.
We're 3.
Talk about
so what's up, man? It's episode 103, man. We back in there, back outside, boys, man. Well, how we feeling, man? What's the vibes for today, man?
Man, let me tell you, man. The vibes today, immaculate.
Immaculation.
Immaculate conception of the day.
Mm-hmm. Day's been conceived immaculately.
I'm becoming a PC gamer.
Talk about it. You download a Crisis?
I don't think handle. Actually, Crisis is old as fuck. My laptop now could probably handle Crisis.
I feel like in 2043 there will be laptops that can't handle Crisis still.
Which is crazy because Crisis came out in what 2008. Niggas' computers was exploding.
Yeah, that Crisis. I remember when I was in college, like 2011, 12, 13. I remember niggas still bragging about Crisis then. Like, so it's just sickening.
They probably just now catching up to what Crisis was in 2008, which is crazy. How come nobody else has done that?
Was the gameplay ever any good in that game? I'm genuinely asking. I don't know.
I played Crisis. Actually, I played Crisis 1 and 2. It was just generic action shooter jungle. Think about Far Cry, and then that's literally Crisis, but Crisis just had better graphics.
Okay, so it was really about the engine and the graphics.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was the whole bag it was in.
Okay.
If you played Far Cry 1, you played
Crisis 1 and 2.
Yeah.
If you've ever played Turok, you played Crisis.
I was just saying the other day, they need to remake Turok. There's a severe lacking in dinosaur stealth hunting games.
I feel like, honestly, like you could go back from like just console to console and really find so many like forgotten PlayStation games where you just like, oh yeah, like the one I was thinking of the other day was you remember Siphon Filter?
It sounds familiar.
It's like, hold on, I'll post a screenshot.
Siphon Filter, that is a crazy ass name.
Or Siphon Filter? I don't know if it's just Siphon Filter, but yeah, this is for the original PlayStation. This one went kind of hard. But this was also like there's a game that they made that was like this that was supposed to come out. I think when the PS3 just came out or something like that, and it was like, so Control. Control is a little bit similar to what this is.
Oh yeah, I played Control. The game that came out a couple years ago.
Yeah. Where like you could, yeah. Like Siphon Filter is basically like it's the Siphon Filter is the name given to like this biological weapon in the game, and it's supposed to be like a stealth shooter. And I thought it was pretty interesting, but like I think when you really consider all the things and all the facts and so on and so forth, it's like, well, a lot of games like this existed. Like a lot of games like
so
this.
It's hard to stand out, and that's the go-to right now.
Yeah, so it's hard to even really like fight hard for a remake because it's like, brother, like like third person shooter where you have psychokinetic ability, brother. We've done that 100. Like that was an entire wave on the PS2, PS3. That was a whole wave of games that we did that with. So it's like at this point, the remake wouldn't even hit as hard, which I do hate because Siphon Filter came out in 1999. So like in 1999, this was novel. You know what I mean? Like this was a novel thing, but like now it ain't.
The tipping point of third-person shooters where niggas had kinetic bullet. You know what they really need to remake? I don't know if you played this, but Wanted on the Xbox 360.
Like the movie, basically, right?
But
The
yeah,
movie version of the game or the game version of the movie?
yeah. It was just something about, and I never even played the full game. I only played the demo. You remember when games consoles used to have demos?
Oh yeah. The demo discs and all that, yeah.
Not even the disc. It was on 360, so it was in
Oh,
the
you just
Xbox
downloaded it,
Arcade.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember just playing that demo and just the ability to curve bullets around corners. Man, that shit was. It still blows my mind to this day.
Mm-hmm. But like I'm looking at like a list of PS1 games now. Like, and don't get me wrong, some of these like the skating games, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, like yeah, all that, like of course. But then, I mean, obviously you got Abe's Oddworld. I feel like Abe's Oddworld is a really good VR game. That would be a great VR game to me.
They just came out with an Oddworld game for PS5
Did they?
like a year or two ago. Yeah, it's on the store right now. Abe's Oddworld. Well, not. It's not called Abe's Oddworld. It's something Oddworld.
Uh, it looks like this one is by Oddworld Soulstorm. Maybe this is the new one.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Oddworld
um,
Soul.
yeah, I'm not gonna look too deep into it because
Oh, but they do have Abe's Odyssey, the PS1 game. They have it included with
like
PSN.
remade. Yeah. I did see that one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know what this PS5 one look like. This one looks wild as hell. Um, but it's like even like a lot of different games. I think they could like first off Silent Hill. I mean, obviously we know about that. Like it is what it is. But I don't know, man. There was a couple there. I was just like, I really feel like I could have did a lot. Excuse me, with some of these damn games. Like,
Y'all can remake Lost Planet, please.
Legacy of Kain. I'm surprised they ain't made remake that one.
Legacy of Kain.
Legacy of Kain was tough. What was that other game? Maximo was hard to me. That was a PlayStation 2 game, I think, but Maximo was hard.
They need to remake John Woo Stranglehold.
John Woo Strangle and Wild Arms. Wild Arms is another one. Like, bring them hoes back, please. Because, like, but that's the problem, especially with all these writer strikes. And I feel like this is the perfect time to where, brother, if you don't want to pay nobody to write nothing new, ta-da, go back in your catalog and go look up some old shit.
I mean, the writer strike, that's for movies, is it? Are writers
No,
that
no, no.
write
But what
movies
I'm
also
saying
write
is,
games?
all of these, think about it. The writers are striking, right? The actors are striking. UPS workers are striking. Like, this is just indicative of how fed up everyone is. Like, it's not
Right.
like it's limited to one. So that's what I mean. Where it's like, truth be told, I know y'all fed up too. So it's just like, chances are this will be an issue that happens in the video game industry already anyway. And so my thing is, if I'm like these companies, brother, I feel like you could like, and don't get me wrong, I don't even want to give y'all that idea because I would never want y'all to actually do that. But it's like you have a perfect play
Well, it's
right
gonna be a
there.
chain reaction. Once one remake happened, the floodgates gonna open.
Yeah, and knowing these companies, they would never do it until they had to. Like, I would never do this until you forced my hand. Oh, I forced your hand to go back in your catalog and make money. Shut up. Like, shut up.
I was
Uh,
I was playing PC games all day today.
Okay.
It was
Master Race guy.
you already know it, brother.
This
Niggas
nigga's a
better get to bone.
this nigga's a PC eugenicist or
All right,
you
I'm
eugenized. I don't know what do you call a nigga that adheres to eugenics?
a eugenicser.
A eugenixer. A eugenixer.
I'm not even a PC. I don't have a PC. I have a little laptop.
That's a
Little
PC.
laptop me.
That's still a
Shh,
PC.
don't. Shh.
That is still a PC.
I mean, my laptop is decent enough to where I can run games like Left 4 Dead with no issue, and like all these little
Oh no.
rickety Steam games.
Oh yeah. All them Souls likes clones. You probably go crazy with those.
But I got this new game. You seen the new dinosaur game? What's it called? Exoprimal?
Exoprimal?
Yeah. It was at
Exoprimal. Okay, spelled that way. Oh, let me
It
see. I'm
was
watching the
shown at like
gameplay
one of
trailer
these
now.
game like shows. So things like at PlayStation last year, they showed it.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's like
Uh, uh,
Earth's Defense Force, but with dinosaurs instead of insects.
this remind me of them damn games they got at the arcade.
Yeah, literally. I was playing that today. I was able to run that, but I had to drop the graphics down like severely. Like I had to. The graphics were on like I think the standard is like 1920 resolution. I had to drop that shit down to like 1300 to get it to run. But after that, it was running at 60 FPS. So like my computer can run some shit. It's just not, it don't have a dedicated graphics card like that, so it's not gonna be able to run crazy shit.
Okay, I'm looking at this. This joint look wild.
Eventually, I want to get it on PlayStation, but I'm not gonna pay for it because I'm playing it for free right now. So PlayStation gonna have to run it up for free for me to get it.
How much is it on PlayStation? Is it the full 60 or something, or is it not even out?
It's 60. It's a full price game.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it just came out today actually. So it was actually just random that I stumbled upon it playing on my PlayStation, not playing my PC today.
Yeah, I damn sure won't be paying 60 for that. I hate to break it to niggas.
Not at all, no. That's why. But the game is fun. I played it with Jordan. We played a couple matches. It's definitely fun. This is not a game that I'm gonna pay $60 for.
Yeah,
So
no, it looks fun. I ain't gonna hold you. It definitely looks fun. Like I know
and
that's something that'll like it'll definitely kill some time. Like I know that for
oh yeah,
sure.
this one of them. It's like when we was playing Evil Dead last year. It's a game that'll be fun for like 2 or 3 weeks. It'll
Hmm.
be fun for even longer if you don't crush it for 2 or 3 weeks. If you spread it out, just play it every once in a while, you get some enjoyment out of it. But I don't see myself getting $60 worth of enjoyment out of it. I don't know. That's kind of a benefit of Xbox Game Pass. You can
Hmm.
just try out all these games for free, and you don't have to worry about like actually buying them.
Okay. All right.
Now that you got a new laptop, you could probably not probably you can definitely run some of these games too.
Yeah, I probably could. I definitely probably could. I think for me, the thing is, I just don't necessarily even think to like. I just not like. I don't associate my PC with gaming, so it's like that's the part that I would have to conquer first, to be honest.
No, same. I was telling Jordan the other day, yeah, that's I don't really see a reason to use my PC because I have a PlayStation. But there's some games that I can't play on PlayStation. The whole reason that I decided to turn on my laptop was to play Left 4 Dead because I was just really craving Left 4 Dead, and then I just started looking through Steam and looking at, you see like streamers and YouTubers playing all these games that are PC exclusive, like Phasmophobia or like those horror games where
Hmm.
niggas be running around running from ghosts and stuff. I decided to just look at some of those and I just downloaded them because they were free. And like now I actually have stuff that I wouldn't mind playing on my laptop. It's like I ain't been on PlayStation all day. We literally just been on PC playing random shit all day. That reminds me, actually. You gonna play Remnant when it comes out, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I was playing Remnant last time, so yeah, I'll definitely bump with that.
Comes out the 27th. I'm gonna get it, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it at launch because Diablo season one starts the 20th. So it might be a little bit, but definitely copping that.
So he's a copper for real.
A capo, you know what? No,
I'm
I'm not gonna
sorry.
say what I was thinking.
I apologize.
So we've been talking for like 15 minutes. We haven't touched on one subject yet. The par for the
Beautiful,
course.
wonderful. I don't
Yeah.
even need to. Hmm. All right. Well, shit. Where you want to start? What's our first one gonna be?
Uh, We can start with the Shein thing because I don't know anything about this.
Good. Because I don't either. So obviously I didn't look into this at all, right? Let's just take some guesses before I look any further, right? What do we think Shein really caught a RICO for? Like, how could a fashion company catch a RICO case?
Child trafficking.
Okay, thank you for that.
I mean, it's a joke, but also a Chinese company, and they're
Really, is trafficking a joke? Actually, saying no.
anything's a joke if it's funny.
Well.
If it's funny, if it's not funny, then it's not.
If you didn't laugh, then it might not be a joke.
Yeah, exactly. But realistically, what is even the parameters of a RICO case?
Isn't it like basically racketeering, organized crime, something
That's
like
what I'm.
that?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How a
It's like
clothing company is an organized crime.
the only thing I can think of is there was some sort of top-down concentrated effort from the whole company to I don't know, do something. I like the do something part is the part I don't know yet because it's like what the hell could Shein have been doing? Like were they catching bodies out here? Like what was happening?
Well, I mean, remember we
Sheen
just
was
talked
like, "Yo,
about
you pay your
Shein.
tax money, nigga? Huh?
We just
You
had
pay?"
Shein. What was it, like a couple months ago? And they had that whole. Oh, this is all tying it together. Maybe they knew this case was coming, so they tried to get that woman
Get that
to claim
PR,
that
yeah,
PR.
yeah, it's true. Maybe you're right. I mean,
We
that
were
that
literally wondering, like, what is Sheen trying to get out of this? Because everybody knows what they about. So what is this?
yeah, like, bro, you
It's all
can't
coming
fool
together
us.
now.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
But I'm looking right. So okay, so now that we've got that out the way, right? Let's figure out what they actually got hit with a RICO for. Okay, so a new lawsuit alleges that the site maintains its edge by engaging in
oh, they
egregious copyright infringement that constitutes racketeering.
how egregious does copyright infringement have to be for it to become racketeering?
Yeah, that's
I mean,
nuts.
we know they ripping shit off, but like,
But
damn,
I
what's
think the way this might work, right, is if I can prove that the company itself is basically allowing for y'all to do this on behalf of the company, then the company would be involved because it's an organized effort. So that would make it organized crime, i.e., racketeering, RICO, da
that
da da.
sounds like grasping at straws, though, because you said that would make it, not that is.
Well, yeah, you would have to prove that, right? I
Yeah,
think more so than anything, this lawsuit, to me, it looks like they're just sick that Sheen stole and copied their designs.
who is
What I'm
they?
curious about, it's three designers. It said, let's see, the complaint was filed on Tuesday in California federal court on behalf of three designers who claimed they were surprised and outraged to see their products faithfully copied and sold by Sheen.
So how does this become racketeering and not a civil case of? Well, I mean, I guess you said the copyright infringement was so egregious that it became.
Yeah, so that's
That's
so I said the reproduced products weren't even close calls, right? Where they're like the designs are interpreted with some liberties, but they were truly exact copies of copyrightable graphic design. So then it says the company allegedly engages in a pattern of copyright infringement as part of its effort to produce 6,000 new items each day. Uh,
brutal.
and that amounts to a violation of the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or RICO. Basically, so I think it's exactly what I was saying. Like, I think they're essentially saying that Sheen has been stealing for years. They've been infringing on copyright for years. And when you are this big of a company that can monopolize, that can hush, that can do this, that can do that, they're basically saying it's organized crime. Because I think what they're really getting at
Yeah,
is,
that makes sense.
truth be told, we know that even if no one tells y'all explicitly to do this, y'all are like, this is encouraged. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is clearly encouraged behavior. So, and I think that's also the weird thing because what I have seen a few times was people would claim that they shit was stolen, and you look and it's like, baby, you didn't even invent this. Like, I'm sorry, but like, this is ordinary shit that somebody was good. Like, when the wheel turns and we get back to this part of fashion in a few, like, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, but then there are some that are like, okay, Nah, okay. Nah. Because niggas wasn't making pants like this. Like, niggas ain't making pants like this. I put them out online, and now suddenly you got a pair of pants that's 90% the same pants as mine. And you never made these before. Yeah, I heard you.
Now, my main question is, how are they going to enforce this when it's an overseas company that doesn't respect America's copyright acts to begin with?
You can be an overseas company all you want. You still sell to American customers, and American customers have the what is it? The consumer. I forgot the name of that bureau, the federal one, but Federal Bureau of Protecting Consumers or some shit. I don't know. So that's part of what they supposed to be doing at least.
Mhm.
But I'm looking at a few of them, right? And they have one where a woman designed a poster, and Sheen took the poster and I mean, like, flat out copied this shit and just changed the colors. It's the exact same poster.
That's wild.
And she complained to Sheen via contact forms, describing it as disheartening, da da da, and all this other shit. Sheen wrote back and said, "Yeah, nah, I hear you. Here go $500. Here go $500." And then, so what would happen is Sheen's pattern, apparently, when they're accused of copyright infringement, is to claim that they had low sales, one, and two, then blame a third party organization or blame some low level whoever for it. They'll offer an
That's crazy though
apology,
to admit. Well, yeah, our sales are low, so we had to copy something to get some bread. That's crazy to even admit that.
but it said Sheen offers an apology and a vague explanation that makes it seem like this was an anomaly. Like somehow we fucked it up and produced a very small number of the exact copies of your shit. And then they said 9 times out of 10, the designer's council will accept what's offered or bargain for a little bit more. But it's almost like you're not about to fight this battle because it's like, dog, why would I like Sheen's offering me $500 for this poster that they about to sell and make, thousands off of. And it's like, truth be told, I can't sue Sheen. Like, be honest, they're a multi-billion-dollar corporate company. Like, so it's like it's one of those things where if I'm getting cooked already and they say all right 500 and I shoot back 700, and they're like, look, bro, 800 and take it. All right, like you just gotta take that 800 because it's like, let's see, it says Sheen is a loose. It said part of the challenge in pursuing Sheen in court is that it's decentralized structure. And so basically it says it's ever changing. Some individual folks get moved out, entities, individuals, and that designers without an attorney face an utter brick wall, adding that even people with lawyers by their side struggle to find an appropriate defendant. Da, da,
Mm,
da.
yeah,
So basically, that's why they're getting to the RICO part because they're talking about the misconduct of culpable individual people in a larger enterprise. So they sue whatever party they can find to hope to straighten the matter out in discovery, which makes sense, right? Because you can't sue Sheen, right? Because then you're gonna contact Sheen, and they're basically gonna tell you, oh well, we outsourced that to so and so, some guy named Chris. Well, what's Chris's details? I ain't about to do all that. But look, here's what I will do. I give you $800, and you like,
you're snap.
and they're like, no, we're actually not. Quite the opposite. I don't know anything about what you're talking about. Like, meanwhile, Sheen is valued at more than 10 billion. Now, the crazy thing is, a lot of these companies was doing this, but I think Sheen just sort of took this to the you know what I mean? Like it's like the Trump shit where it's like everybody was doing nasty shit before you got here, but then you just saw a way to take this shit to the next level.
Yeah, for real.
Because apparently the guy, it was founded in 2012 by an entrepreneur, which already is a bad start, right? But the guy is a tech guy. And you already know how tech niggas are. Like you
Oh
can't
yeah.
have tech niggas running nothing for real. Like so this shit is interesting. I mean, like to me, I feel like this is we've been seeing this a lot. I mean, Fashion Nova got accused of doing this shit all the time. ASOS got accused of this a little bit. Not RICO, but like got accused of stealing niggas' designs and shit. Like and it's
Yes,
no
all these fast fashion places,
oh
they
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
do
yeah.
it from
And it's
somewhere.
no shock because a lot of them will just flat out steal. And I just think, but to me, it's just nasty that I don't know. I just and you see it everywhere, but it's just nasty how niggas work with the like. I'm gonna take your design, make some of y'all people. I might make millions off your design, and I'm afraid to cut you a $10,000 check. Like that's crazy. But then if I cut you a $10,000 check, that means you would have a right to something. Like I'm on like that money almost on the low says something, like says that like you have validity to your claim, and I don't even want to validate that for real.
They smart with it. I'll give them that.
Yeah, they conniving all right. But shit. Speaking of niggas, you know, just pillaging and looting the everyday people. We might as well talk about this writer strike.
Yeah,
So,
let's get
well,
into this.
well, it was a writer strike.
That's what I say, it's a
Now,
little bit more now.
yeah, now it's an actor strike. It's a writer strike. It's a strikeout. It's all types of strikes for real, for real. Like,
This
so
video will get a strike probably.
you said what?
I said this video will get a strike probably.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So we had a lot of stuff here. Obviously, as y'all know, the writers are fighting for new terms, new agreements, new contracts with their union or with I don't even know who they're disputing with. Oh, the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, right? So they went on strike in May, and they've been on strike since, and things have gotten where they've gotten. But then recently, someone came out, and it was a studio insiders
Did you ever find out who the person was that said this?
Nah, but I think you won't find out because I think this is a sentiment that I don't think a specific person even said this, to be honest. I just think this is a sentiment that niggas run with, and I think that's what they did. Like, I think someone genuinely probably just pulled that sentiment because they heard someone say that. Like, but then they were like, all right, well, I can't put a face on it, but I'm just gonna say Hollywood Insider because yeah, I heard some guys having a casual conversation talking like this. But my whole thing was the guy pretty much, for long story short, they pretty much said that like, all right, look, bro, they striking right now. That's all good and well. It's July. Give them niggas until the holiday season start coming around, start getting cold. Niggas need gifts for their kids. They want to celebrate their holidays. It's been 4 or 5 months, and now they really out of money. Them residuals not hitting. Basically, wait these niggas out, and if they go homeless, if they lose their jobs, if they lose their livelihood and everything, then well, it's just the cost of doing business. Now, obviously, a very evil thing to say, one. And I think more so than anything, it's just like this just shows how indicative, like this is indicative of like, bro, this is what labor looks like. Like, I hate to break it to y'all. This is how labor is viewed by every CEO.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure there's exceptions, there's exceptions, right? Like, and even the guys who are nicer CEOs, it's like this is still ultimately how, like, ultimately when push comes to shove, if it's my money versus your money, I will throw away my money to ensure you don't get yours.
Which is crazy because we could all have money, but I mean, that's what I thought.
No, we can't. No, we literally can't. We literally cannot. I won't let it happen. Like, it could happen. It's possible. I'm not gonna let it happen.
But like, why?
Because then you would have money. What's not clicking, man?
Why do you care if I have money?
Because I don't want you to have it.
All right, it's not clicking for real.
No, go ahead. Ask me why. Because I don't want you to have
it. Why don't you want me to have it, bro?
Because to me,
how does it affect your life?
But it's all about control, right? This whole and that's what people fail to realize. In labor disputes, it often is never about the terms of the agreement. It's almost never about like what's on the paper, what's on the because when I looked over what the writers were striking over, like in May, I was just like, bro, y'all could agree to this, and I promise you, if this strike carries on for a month, y'all would have saved yourself money by just agreeing to this. You get what I'm saying? Like, even just a month of this is like, brother, you would have just made your money. Like,
yeah.
But the problem is, it's about control, right? Like, perfect example. This is like these niggas see themselves as parental figure. Like, I'm your daddy, damn near. So it's like when you come to me, basically saying I deserve more, I deserve a 10% bump, da da da. These niggas are always gonna look at it as if I give my child one cookie today, he gonna want 2 tomorrow. He gonna want 3 the day after. He gonna want, and eventually I'm all out of cookies. And so my whole point is these niggas will never see it as it's always a slippery slope to these niggas, which is again not actually how that truly works in real life. But like these niggas always justify it that way. That's always how in their brain, that's always how it works. Well, they're asking for a little bit now, then they're going to ask for a little bit more later, and then they're going to ask for a little bit more later. I'm like, okay, so what stops you from just saying no like you are now? That's the part that always confused me. You can say yes to this one and then say no. I don't understand. And honestly, I feel like they would have even less of a leg to stand on, because if they went on strike, you gave them what they wanted, and then they asked for another increase. Yeah. And then you said, nah, come on, that's a little too much. I don't see how that makes you look any worse than it does now.
Especially if now you agree to everything they want. You give them all their terms. And then they ask for more later. Then you can make yourself look like the hero that you think you are.
And you can literally sit up here and say, whoa, I gave y'all the terms y'all wanted. I don't understand. But see, it's not about that, because that would be the easiest way to get this if I wanted. No, it's about control, right? Because remember when, again, I don't know. I got to find the document, but there was a thing where they were talking about the specific demands of the writers, and then they countered. The Alliance of Motion Picture and Producers, like, they countered, and their counters were like, all right, cool, we don't care about the money. That other thing, like intellectual property, you can't have that.
AI.
Yeah, like, oh, the AI shit, yeah, you can't, like, we gonna put that in, like, because you know why? Because it's like, all right, we'll let you guys get a little eating, get a little food, but in return, I want to take everything from you and be able to use it in perpetuity.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think something leaked from their renegotiation. I don't know if you saw it, but they were saying they wanted background actors. The niggas that come on set for one day, get paid $100. They want those niggas' faces to be able to be used in AI forever without paying anything to the nigga. Like, you niggas are, this is cartoonishly evil.
Yeah, I remember seeing that one. I do remember seeing that one. And think about it. Do you remember Jet Li was supposed to be in the Matrix? Do you remember why he wasn't?
No, why?
It was exactly this. Jet Li said, okay, they basically broke it down to him. He was supposed to be in the Matrix, right? And so Jet Li was like, okay, wait. So I'm a film for 3 months, be with the crew for 9 total months. And so after my 3 months of filming, I'm gonna spend the next 6 months basically going into a studio, being mo-capped up, doing all my little moves, my little martial arts joints, doing all of that. And y'all gonna basically get a catalog of everything I know and can do and can everything. And then what? Y'all own that in perpetuity, forever, for good. And basically, Jet Li was like, that don't sound right to me.
Yeah, no, it don't sound right.
And it don't sound right? But it's like, they thought, like, he just some nigga desperate to get on, because most niggas desperate to get on would have signed it. But he's like, nah, hold on. Because if I'm only going to be in the movie for like enough to where we only need to shoot for 3 months, and y'all going to then take 6 months to mocap the dog shit out of me, nah, y'all put more effort into the mocapping than the movie.
That's what I was about to say. So his role, he was gonna be some random nigga, not important at all. But
even if you were important,
him doing all his moves and have just take those moves and mocap them onto other niggas doing them. It's crazy.
Literally, even if I was a somewhat major character in the movie, none of that overshadows that I'm spending twice the amount of time mocapping and giving y'all shit like that than I am on the movie. That lets me know where y'all are looking. That
y'all don't even give a fuck about me. Y'all care
and y'all don't care about the movie neither. Niggas just said, if I could get Jet Li's moves in a fucking database, bro, I will pay him anything. I don't care what number he wants. I give him $1 million right now, and he don't even understand what he did. He don't even know that
3 movies is set. You don't need no other coordinators or nothing. Just
I sure won't.
I sure won't.
I could show the choreographer, like, hey, look, you see, with the see what I'm saying? Yeah, just like that. So people fail to realize, like, this isn't entirely new. You know what I'm saying? But there was a point in time where a lot of people just sort of settled for some of this shit, or just sort of ignored it, or just got out the way. And it's like, now we're seeing that push comes to shove point where now those niggas are making their intentions very clear. They're making it straight up. Like you said, you talking about a fucking extra, a background guy, somebody with 4 lines has to come in and get their face scanned. Dog, what? That don't even make sense. But it only makes sense if you realize that, bro, I just want to have the data there, because my AI needs a database to train off of. So that's all it comes down to. I need to give it trillion, billion, zillion data points, which means I'm taking background actors' faces. I'm taking anybody's face I can get. And so that's the part that I think always just blows me with this. Like it's just not. It's about control, bro. When they talk about they want writers to end up, how does that benefit your studio if these writers end up homeless? It doesn't. It's just about
I just
control.
want you niggas to suffer since I'm not getting what I want. Y'all
Yeah,
niggas not writing my scripts.
because I'm in control. You tried to take control back from me, brother. I will let you suffer suffer. And when you finally come to your senses and realize I'm the one who should be in control, come crawling back to me, and maybe we can work a deal out. Like that's literally what it is. And it's like it's like the shit you got this. So oh man, like it's just that shit is mind blowing. Like, and you have so many elements to it. Like you got Ron Perlman stepping out, pretty much pseudo threatening in this guy.
Yeah, I fuck with that, yo. That's my style right there. That's why I love Ron.
So here's the thing. Here's my thing. I respect it. I respect what he did, what he said, and how forcefully he said it. I feel like, and this is just me, I would have much preferred. I didn't hear nothing from you. You made some calls. Y'all got y'all little celebrity extrajudicial task force together, and y'all handle that on your own.
They got them. They got a little task force together.
I mean, I'm saying Ron Perlman can get it going. Like
just because Ron Perlman was on Sons of Anarchy, don't mean he on that type of timing.
See, I didn't even know that, but that's how I know he on that type of timing. Like, see, why would you tell me that? Why would you give me that?
I mean, he was Hellboy. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I knew that. Like, but that's my whole thing where it's just like, I'm not saying I hate this. I'm not saying this is corny. Because I like it. I do appreciate it. You saying it very forcefully. You making it very clear. No, that was Brolin, right? Josh Brolin was Thanos.
Yeah, Josh Brolin. Yeah,
Brolin.
Ron Perlman was a Hellboy. He was a monkey in one movie. That nigga be mocapped a lot actually. Like he be one of the niggas in the chair getting maked over.
Was Ron Perlman in Birdman, or was that another nigga?
He might have been in it, but the main character Birdman was Michael Keaton.
Okay, yeah.
Ron Perlman was in one of the Alien movies.
Ron Perlman wasn't. I don't think he was in Birdman. I'm just thinking of something else. But anyway, that's not the point. The whole point is, Birdman actually was a really good movie. Like you know when you see them Oscar movies and like
movies,
yeah, and I'm just like, bro, these shits, they do be stinking. I'm just gonna say that they do be stinking.
Well, it's the difference between an Oscar bait movie like what Will Smith be doing every year, and then a movie that's like actually good and Oscar worthy. Like Birdman was, like it might have the tone of an Oscar bait movie, but it's actually a
good movie. And I will say like this movie was. It was Oscar bait, but this certainly wasn't an Oscar movie. You get what I'm saying? Like it won an Oscar, but I don't think. To me, this don't even. I'm actually surprised when you think about it. Like you got a Latino director, you got a movie about a superhero on Broadway. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, yeah, no, I can see how this movie don't even seem like Oscar bait. But anyway, that's not the point. I don't mind Ron Perlman saying this. Like I said, I never trip over niggas saying that. It's just like I truly, I would love for you to just handle this without like again, this is the shit I was saying about Kyrie and all that shit. Like, don't post no link and then act shy. Talk that shit behind the scenes, buddy. If that's what it is, if this is really what you want, and you know the climate, you know how niggas get, you know how niggas feel about anti-sex, brother, do that behind the scenes. That's all I ever ask of you niggas. Just move accordingly. That's it. That's it. Now the Kyrie shit is obviously a lot different, but it's just like, bro, listen, love the statement. Love that stance. I know where you stand. I appreciate that, Mr. Perlman. However,
just do it.
But are y'all gonna get y'all gonna talk and meet up and talk about how, right? Y'all gonna figure out who he was, right?
Millionaire Hollywood actors not gonna get their hands dirty, but
listen, you don't have to. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about it.
See, we trying to start up another RICO case, yo.
Maybe so. Maybe so. But yeah, so there was that, and then there was the whole thing with one of the Guns, who the Gun brothers, but one of them who was talking about the Disney CEO.
He was on Gilmore Girls, right?
Yeah, so I seen a lot of people making a big deal about that, like, oh, like he's protecting his brother's bag and he don't want to talk about that. But I think they missed the point of what he was saying, which is like the Gilmore Girls is owned by Netflix now, basically, for all intents and purposes. Like, I understand that, yeah, sure, like I don't know, there's something that still links it back to Warner Brothers. Like, it's still like maybe technically sort of theirs, but like Netflix can control where it goes. Netflix pays out. It's Netflix's series for all intents and purposes. So it's like him leaving Warner Brothers out of that conversation is not him trying to protect his brother. It's him literally battling with the
Were
people.
people saying that he was trying to protect his brother because he didn't mention a specific studio when all the studios do it? He was talking about a studio that he specifically worked with.
Right. So the reason why they were saying like it was fishy from him is because they're like, well, hold on. Gilmore, and again, this is what I mean when I say it's like, okay, you're talking about ownership, but you're not really talking about practicality. You're just talking about like paperwork. Mm-hmm. Like on paper, Gilmore Girls is owned, like, I'm not even sure if owned is the right word, but it's WB's, like in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But for all intents and purposes, it's basically Netflix's. Like Netflix can sign the deals, recoup the money, get the large share of the so it's basically Netflix's. So with that being said, why would my beef be with Warner Brothers? It wouldn't be. If we're talking residuals, my residual problem is not going to be with Warner Brothers. They're not the niggas paying me.
My question before that though is, was Warner Brothers paying a decent amount before, and then Netflix got a hold of them, and they was like, nah, cut the checks, lower, slash the prices. So like, was he making more when he was under Warner Brothers? And then...
I don't know if he was. Well, I think he was making more because what ended up happening, right, is because when he was talking about the residuals, he mentioned how basically Warner Brothers, right? So Netflix, right, has Gilmore Girls. Gilmore Girls is a pretty popular show, right? And they stream it, right? But the problem is Warner Brothers licenses that series to Netflix. But again, Netflix then relicenses it or whatever the hell it is to these two specific cable like television channels, and they're channels that no one gives a damn about and no one really watches. So guess what happens to your residual check? It's shitty, right?
So like, do they not make residuals off of the show being on Netflix? They only make residuals if it's on TV?
I don't think they make residuals off of the net streaming. That's a big part of these arguments.
This is sick shit.
That's a big part of these arguments. Remember the shit with Disney and Scarlett Johansson and all of them were arguing about like these movies. We're getting like an initial check. Like we're getting paid to make the movie, but then after that, it don't matter what the performance never matters, except it does. Like it don't matter because it can't help me, but it matters because it always can hurt me. It can never help, but it can always hurt. And so that's the part where, but again, somebody was bringing up how some of the residual payments work, and I was just like, oh, this is disgusting. Like, because they was talking about, like, for example, this guy produced 4 different feature films with budgets ranging from like 250 mil or 250,000 to I think 3 or 4 mil, and he was basically saying how a lot of these.
Brother?
No. This is just some guy on Twitter, literally a guy on Twitter who's an executive producer, and he was talking about it. He was basically saying like what we started to see, like this is during the DVD era and all of that shit, right? So he was basically saying what we saw was for 6 months. They printed up a whole bunch of DVDs, right? That cost counted against my residuals. Then they stored these DVDs in a warehouse. The storing cost counted against my residuals. Then after 6 months of storing it in that warehouse, they destroyed the DVDs because they weren't moving, this and that. The destruction fee counted against my residuals.
What?
You see what I'm saying? So it's a racket. It's a racket. They will add on new fees because I can always then subtract the fee first. I always will subtract the fee first. Like I can decide here's like, and this is where it really gets sick because basically like you could decide I'm gonna market the shit out of your show that I know won't work well. You know why? I'm gonna market the hell out this show, spend all the money on marketing, and then because I've marketed it so much, it's gonna do a little bit better than it should have, but still not good enough. And I know that. But now your residuals are cooked. Because I spent so much on marketing. I spent so much on this. I spent so much on that. And then I counted it against your residuals because I basically put it as, well, it's a business expense that we had to spend to get your shit moving. So it's like, I was like, oh, that's so sick, bro. That's really nasty. So you telling me, bro, niggas are charging me to store my DVDs, to destroy my DVDs after you made too many, and then nah. Nah, that's crazy. So once I saw that, I was like, that's why you got all these actors in hot shit. Like, bro, you can't tell me a Gilmore Girls residual check is bullshit. That don't make sense. That don't even make sense. Like, that's like, bro, imagine a nigga tell you a Saved by the Bell residual check is trash. That don't make sense.
Saved by the Bell has been run on like 30 different cable stations on any given day for the last 30 years.
Yeah. So they was eating for a long time. But now, is it still on TV? I couldn't tell you. So I know the residual checks ain't the same.
They
You see what
definitely not the same, but
But it's the same concept. So think about it. My residual checks is eating, and now suddenly y'all not showing it on cable television no more because it's all on streaming. And that's the part where it gets nasty. So I have a residual check because it's streaming on television or showing on television. Y'all switch it to the streaming service only. The residual basically is gone because I don't get residual, or I get a smaller cut of the residuals because it's streaming. And so that's where these actors and a lot of these people are having issues where it's like, I'm getting whatever I'm getting because my shit's on cable television, But with the advent of streaming and cable television no longer really being a thing, now y'all are in a position to basically steal everybody's money, and y'all are still acting like we're asking for too much.
So, okay, so my question is, so this is the state of residuals whenever a show made for television gets picked up by one of these streaming services and they shit on everybody. But if a show is made specifically for a streaming service, do these people get residuals?
So one thing I've seen with at least with the Writers Guild, right? They said that streaming residuals are not paid based on the times the episode or movie's view. It's paid based on the subscribers the streaming service has.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Yo, come on, son.
Mm-hmm.
So I saw something from my future wife, Diane Guerrero. I'm not gonna get into all that, but I saw something from her. She said she basically made no residuals off of Orange is the New Black. She was still working as a bartender, living paycheck to paycheck. After filming Orange is the New Black, literally one of the most popular shows on Netflix, if not the most popular. Like I know a lot of people that got Netflix just to watch the Orange is the New Black, and the people on that show weren't getting paid residuals.
Because it's like any residuals I get are based on the growth of the entire platform. And it's just like that wouldn't make any fucking sense because if my show is instrumental in the growth of the platform, then I should be eating more. What are you talking about? That makes no sense.
These niggas are diabolical.
And we know that to be true because Orange is the New Black was instrumental in the growth of Netflix. We know that.
Literally.
Like we know that to be true. And so the other nasty part though is that the Writers Guild Association has their own like annual report. And in the annual report, the residuals collected by the guild in 2021 was at an all-time high. Which seems right. Which is literally like that seems weird. But literally the guy explained it and he's just saying the total residuals are higher because like there's like 3 times as many projects being made as there was 10 years ago. And a lot more in reuse. Now he was saying the issue is the residual slashing happens on a per program basis. So the average can be whatever the fuck the average is. Most of you niggas aren't meeting it. That's just what it comes down to. So like back in the day, whereas everyone was making the average and only a few guys were making the top end, now everyone makes the top end. The rest of you make nothing. And so the average ends up being in the middle of those two. And so basically you're saying like half of all series writers now work on streaming, which means, again, for some of the guys who are making movies, who are doing theater releases, they're doing fine. For some of the guys who are still doing cable they're doing fine. But guess what? Most media created now is created for streaming services.
Yeah. And I feel like this is gonna sound crazy, but I feel like there's a monopoly. Some of these niggas on cable have a monopoly on who's writing for shows.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, if you look at shows, this nigga Kenya Burris got blackish, grownish, lightish, mixedish, niggerish. You got Dick Wolf making Law and Order, Law and Order SVU, Law and Order CVI,
Law and Order Organized Crime.
Like, yeah, these niggas have a monopoly on the shows that are on cable right now. So, like, how do you even become a writer and work? What you got to start from the bottom and work your way up. You got to start on SNL on that unfunny ass show. Start as a writer there, and then maybe you can work on a show like Community.
Yeah, and the biggest difference that they're saying is that when you write for a streamer, the residual payments, they give you one for domestic streaming and one for foreign streaming. It's a set amount of money, meaning there is no.
How's that a residual then? If it's a set amount of money,
thank you. There's no reward for success, right? So, like, if you have a broadcast, you sign a broadcast residual, like, and your show comes on season 1, it's all right. By season 4, it's a hit. Oh, you're eating. Again, we've seen that historically. That's always what that's been. Again, that's why I said Saved by the Bell. Yeah, they're eating. Those guys are eating. Now, granted, I don't know what their contract looks like now because some of them shows don't. But I tell you what, ridiculousness, boy, that boy Rob Dyrdek is.
That boy, he has to
fuck eating. That nigga, he got to turn food down. Like,
same
please,
thing with
no more.
Teen Titans Go. I don't know if you've seen Cartoon Network in the last 5 years.
I haven't. I imagine they eating.
Nigga, Teen Titans Go is on every hour on the hour. Like Teen Titans Go, The Amazing World of Gumball, those are the only shows that be playing on Cartoon Network anymore.
Do they got writers on them Judge shows like Judge Judy? Is there a writer on there? I'm about to say, boy, if there was, that nigga is eating.
I feel like that's more reality TV, but maybe there's a coordinator to gather the people to be on the shows. Maybe do they count? Do they get residuals? The coordinators that pick the niggas to be on the shows? Because we know it's all fake and they just pick niggas.
Oh, yeah. But so the other thing with like that number I said, the all-time high, like the other guy, the other thing that the assistant executive director noted was that we have more showrunners working at the guild minimums than ever before, which again speaks to that disparity I was talking about. Yeah, there are some people eating better than ever, but that's not that many of them. And truth be told, their overachieving makes it look better for everyone when it's really not that damn good. It's like, oh, this one guy's pulling in, a ton of fucking residuals. These 5, 10, 15 people are pulling in the majority of the residuals while another 13,000 people make the bare minimum. Whereas back in the day, you had more guys in the middle, so everyone sort of, you know what I mean? Like, it's just shit like that. But basically he's saying, like, in the 2013-2014 season, 33% of all TV series writers were paid minimum. As of today, it's half. Good, you see what I'm saying? Like, medium weekly writer producer pay has declined 4% over the last decade. Adjusting for inflation, that decline is 23%. New media, the largest residual category overall, accounted for almost half of the residuals collected. This is an increase over last year where new media accounted for 36% as opposed to the 45% now. Let's see. Total television residuals increased while total theatrical film residuals increased. So it's like, again, everything is increasing, but the problem is the rate of new media on streaming is increasing at a rate that outpaces everything else. And it's on purpose. That's by design. You get what I'm saying? Because I can squeeze y'all out of that. I can decide I'm gonna give you a little $10,000 check for your little Squid Games, and when that shit blows, you just gotta sit with your 10,000.
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy. It's funny you brought Squid Games because the creator of Squid Games said he was making like nothing off of that.
Yeah, like I think he said he sold that and basically signed it over to Netflix for $1,000 in a bag of Funyuns. Like he just is like, all right, here I go. Just sold, like, because I guess in his head he probably didn't, and I'm sure that they probably sold them on that. Like, look, it's an Asian series. It might not even work for real. I don't even know if they care about this type of shit for real. Meanwhile, the whole time they're like, yeah. All right, as soon as they close the door, this stupid ass nigga, we got his ass.
From everything that I've heard, it sounds like Disney and Netflix. All these niggas are terrible, but these two niggas are the worst.
But it's all of them. Disney, Netflix, Hulu.
It's all of them, but
every single one of them.
Hulu is owned by Disney.
Oh yeah, talk about it. Yeah.
Hulu was owned by Fox, and then Disney bought Fox. So there you go. Ergo. Yeah, it seems like Disney and Netflix are the worst out of all these niggas. Bob Iger has been on a roll with the shit takes.
Oh yeah, he's been just running his fucking mouth. I don't even know what he's on.
Crack. I mean, maybe he just thinks he's so big. He thinks he's too big to fail. Like, he can say whatever he wants, and niggas just won't give a fuck because they're going to keep seeing Avengers movies.
He is too big to fail, but I do think that niggas are playing this the wrong way. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, definitely.
Because, like, you're too big to fail in conventional ways. You can still fail. Like, but, like, you're just too big to, like, fail on the strength of, like, oh, but I think you can fail in the sense that, nigga, if this don't go right, you could end up having to step down for this.
Yeah,
you'll be fine. It's not gonna like they'll stop you from getting a bag, but like you might just have to get out of the way.
you're still a billionaire, so I mean, you're straight. Your life's gonna be over, but you can still be out of a job. You realize that, right? And this nigga's literally chatting like there's no way they'll ask him to step down under any circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, it's a sticky situation, but man, listen, I'm telling you, I'm with these niggas. I'll be on YouTube, because it's looking like it's finna get bad out here. Because we finna get a whole lot of bullshit on television. So, listen, them reality TV shows, y'all better start getting into reality TV. That's all you about to get.
I mean, shit. I'm with these niggas 1,000%. I don't watch TV to begin with. And we got enough movies, so I'm in it for the long haul with these niggas. We don't need no more movies.
Yeah, I'm straight. I'm straight. I'm super
Yeah,
good.
I got dozens of movies that's on my list that I've been waiting to watch. I don't care if there's not another movie that comes out for the next year and a half, 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
I do respect the bigger actors supporting the little guys. I do respect that. Because some of these niggas, these super rich actors that can do whatever they want, that's not really affected by any of this. They could just say fuck it and just keep going to work. But no, even Cillian Murphy was at the premiere of Oppenheimer, the movie that he's in,
Mm-hmm.
and he left the premiere once they announced that they were striking.
Oh yeah, it said all of them did, like the whole damn cast.
I fuck with that. Yeah, solidarity.
I'm. It's a sidebar. I did not know all these niggas were in Oppenheimer. Like I remember only seeing Cillian or Chillian. What the fuck? How you pronounce it? Chillian.
Cillian Murphy.
Killian. Yeah, I remember.
Peaky Blinders.
No, I know who Killian Murphy is. I just never knew how to pronounce his name. I never knew if it was like C with an S, C with a C, or whatever. But yeah, that's the thing that killed me because I knew he was in it, but I didn't know anything else, and I was just like, oh wait, Florence Pugh in this shit. Wait, Robert Downey Jr. is in this shit. Wait,
Nigga,
so much is in this shit. It's
like
like
Mount
9
Rushmore
niggas.
white people in this
Yeah,
movie,
it's
bro.
like 9 niggas in this shit. And I was like, bro, they gonna do all this for this shit to be trash. I'm sorry. Like Matt Damon, Emily Blunt.
Christopher Nolan, bro. It's not gonna be trash. I'm sorry.
That don't man.
Name a trash movie that Christopher Nolan has made. Ever.
Dunkirk. What's next? Come on.
I haven't seen Dunkirk, so I can't.
Come on, you got another one? Yeah, I know. Come on, you got a
No, ain't no come on. You name another one. Name
no,
another
that's it. I'm sorry.
Listen, come on, name another. Nigga, you gotta name one.
I'm about to be like 1 for 7, but I got that one. But I got that one.
I was gonna say you can't say 10A. You can't say none of the Dark Knight movies. You can't say Memento.
I can't say Inception. I can't say Interstellar. No, you're right.
This nigga, he don't miss except for Dunkirk.
Had the
apparently,
Prestige too, huh? The Prestige is
he
Christopher
made the
Nolan.
Prestige.
I didn't know that. I like the Prestige.
Oh no, this nigga don't miss. I told you. Maybe you're too harsh on Dunkirk. Maybe he don't miss at all. Actually,
nah, don't get me wrong. Dunkirk is a nice looking movie because that's Christopher Nolan's perfect at that. It's nice looking movie, but that shit was a drag, boy. I was like, bro, cut it out. Like a war movie where there ain't no war, bro. I'm going to sleep.
Oh, that sound boring.
I'm going to
How
sleep.
is there not a war? What's the movie about?
It's a war movie in the middle of a war.
No war. So what's the movie about? Like, what's the struggle of these soldiers?
No, it's literally, it's like, so Dunkirk is a beach, right? Yeah. Like, this is like damn.
From the beaches of Normandy.
Right. So the whole point was like they had to evacuate these troops from the beach before they were going to get like, smoked, basically. Yeah. So the whole movie is an evacuation movie where like they're trying to get the hell off of these beaches.
Come on.
Which I'm not even tripping over that because you can still make that work. They didn't. it was like, I'm sorry, like niggas liked it. Don't get me wrong. Again, because Christopher Nolan, like the sound was tough. There was a lot of great visuals, incredible visuals, but it's just like, bro, that shit was boring. Nothing happened.
Niggas, you know what? I'm with you on that. I haven't even seen the movie, and I'm gonna agree with you because niggas will excuse entertainment if everything else is there. If this movie should be a good movie, niggas just give it a pass.
Mm-hmm. And granted,
this movie looks great. Oh, the score was amazing. Okay,
and granted, now here's the problem, right? When you look at like, oh, who's in the cast? Oh, okay, Cillian Murphy, Tom Hardy, Michael Caine, Harry Styles. Like, okay, all right. Well, I guess I got to shut the fuck up, right? But like, no, because this shit was whack.
I don't think I will shut the fuck up. No.
Yeah, like, and the movie's told from 3 different perspectives, from the land, the sea, and the air, and all of that shit. But I'm just like, bro, I'm sorry, I got like an hour and 30 into this, and I was like, bro, I will read a synopsis on how this shit ends because
I'm already
I
at a
am not.
loss for Dunkirk. I'm not the target audience for World War II movies. I've never been a fan of war movies unless it was Vietnam. Vietnam is entertaining. Niggas be getting set on fire. Niggas be coming out of spider holes, stabbing people with bayonets. World War II is just kind of boring to me. Out of all the movies I've seen, I liked what was the movie with Brad Pitt and Shia LaBeouf? Fury. That was okay.
Mhm.
Um, I liked Overlord, the Cloverfield World War II movie, but that's for obvious reasons. That wasn't in real like World War II. I can't stand a World War II movie that involves planes because all the aerial battles that don't do shit. That don't do nothing for me. And if it's 3 different perspectives and one of them is from the air, and it's an evacuation movie, how do the niggas in the air? How do they tie into the niggas evacuating the beach? It's just gonna
Yeah,
be niggas talking on the radio in the sky.
I could see some of that, but my thing is, again, like, the other problem with this movie is that there was little to no dialogue in this movie.
What is that? How?
Like, again, I remember finding that out as I was watching it. Like, boy, this shit quiet. Like, what? What's
What?
going on?
So what? They give the evacuation order, and it's just niggas leaving the whole time, just walking, marching.
It's so okay. I will tell you what Christopher Nolan said him fucking self, right? Christopher Nolan structured the film from the point of view of the characters, intending, quote, to use visuals rather than dialogue and backstory. Well, you sure did that right, because I didn't give a fuck. Like, you did it. Like, so Dunkirk was just one of them ones. Like, I was just, again, like you said, World War II movies is not my joint, but I can do some of them. I even like,
I can do that.
yeah, listen, All Quiet on the Western Front's another quiet ass movie, but at least I can deal with that because I actually like the story. But this, it didn't move me, did not move me. But I'm sure it'll be fine. My only thing with Oppenheimer though is that I'd be curious how they cover his story because I do get the feeling it'll end up being a bit of propaganda because Oppenheimer
Yeah, they're
was
gonna try to make him a sympathetic
yeah,
character.
he was a willing participant the entire time. And then like at the end when he kind of realized, oh damn, this will kill people, huh?
Well, so that's what I was about to say. So I can understand the regret at the end. It depends on Oppenheimer's intentions because you're saying he's a willing participant, but was he just looking for a new type of energy to help
So
mankind,
I
or was he
thought that
straight up going to create a weapon of mass
I
destruction
thought
from the
that
get go?
he knew it was a weapon. That's the part
Okay,
that
yeah,
is
that's
confirmed. Like he knew it was a
see,
weapon.
that's propaganda. A lot of people don't think he knew his weapon. Niggas be saying, "Oh, he was trying to create renewable energy for," and they used it for that. Niggas don't
Yeah,
want to
that's
really
what I
be
thought.
straight up.
I ain't gonna
That's
hold
what
you.
I thought too.
I think I might have literally even said that out loud too, because that's what the hell I thought.
So
Because
he
to me, it
knew
didn't
he
even
was
make
going
sense.
down.
It didn't even make sense that a nigga would go through with all this, knowing what it is, and then at the end turn into a sad ass, mopey ass. Like that didn't even
That
make
don't
sense
make
to me.
yeah. How do you
That
know it's a weapon going and just like, oh well, I made it too strong. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. I thought it would kill like a few thousand, not like millions. Like, oh my god.
yeah,
No,
but
that's
literally, like they knew, like the Manhattan Project, they were told, like, listen, we are going to develop a nuclear weapon before the Germans. That's it. Like so you knew what you were making was the weapon, and the problem was he saw it as a necessary evil, da da da, and all that other shit. He think like, are we gonna use it against the Germans or the Japanese, da da da, this and that. And then of course he witnessed the designation in purpose. I guess that bitch went off, and he said, "Oh shit, oh I fucked up."
oh, he saw the test. It was like, oh nah,
he saw
that's
the he saw the
crazy.
mushroom cloud and said, "Oh shit, oh
I
man,
didn't know it's gonna do all that. Also,
oh man."
I will say, I mean, you know what? Not in defense. I'm not gonna never defend a white person, but I will say, in pseudo defense of
It's
Oppenheimer,
pseudo defense.
he even if he knew it was a weapon going in, maybe he thought it was going to be used in war. He didn't know that they were going to drop it on cities full of civilians.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
That's the only thing I can say in defense, honestly.
However, I don't no.
There's
So
always a
no,
there's
no, no. I
always
don't
a
even. I
however.
don't actually. I don't know if it's a however. All right, so I won't even bring it up. But I do. There was a side point that was mentioned, which I thought was so insane. Like they were mentioning how when they were picking locations, right?
Yeah.
They eventually ended up with Nagasaki and Hiroshima, right? And so they originally were like, yo, let's do Kyoto. And literally, the only reason Kyoto didn't get nuked to the ground was because a guy who worked in the office had been there before and was like, nah, bro, they got these cherry blossom trees. It's so nice, bro.
Yo,
I went there on my honeymoon. It was like, come on, bro. Like, nah,
it's
Kyoto.
too beautiful to wipe
It's
off
like
the face of the earth.
it's like a cultural center, like a cultural hub for real for like the Japanese, bro. Like, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that for real. Niggas just looked at him like, all right, man, scratch Kyoto off the list. He keep bringing this shit up. I don't want to hear this no more. I don't want to hear this. Just take Kyoto off the list, please, because I don't want to hear this from this nigga no more. But like, can you like I'm just like, bro, one guy on some like random, but I wouldn't say saved the lives of millions, but he did. Unbeknownst to him, he well, unfortunately, he doomed some and saved others. But
is there a reason that they decided to nuke cities full of people as opposed to like, you know, military outposts or like, you know, shit where the actual war was going on?
I think from what I remember, it at that point in the war, like Japan was pretty much on their way out. And
so we just helped them out the door.
Well, you have to understand, like, what has
they attacked Pearl Harbor, but Pearl Harbor was a military installation.
Yeah, right. But and we also knew they were going to attack, but that's neither here nor there. But
we pretty much served it up to him on the platter.
We literally served it up to him on the platter. I remember reading a book about this shit where it blew mine, where I was like, oh, this nigga, whichever Roosevelt was the president, but that nigga, like, he was begging, please.
He was literally looking for a reason to drop. That's my whole thing with this is they made this bomb, but they didn't have a reason to use it, so they had to manufacture a reason to use it.
Well, because think about it. Yeah, right. Because the original purpose was we got to beat the Germans. And then once it's kind of like, well, I ain't seen theirs yet. Yeah, I ain't seen theirs yet. But, I mean.
That's crazy to me.
Shit, I don't know. Let's get it going then.
let's just show our military might. Maybe this will stop the Germans from making theirs because they know we got them like that.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole thing. Like, so that's really mostly what it was. Like, once you were at that point in the war, like the Japanese negotiations were going on, it was like them niggas really wasn't about it. But they were still insisting on like, let us keep our honor, let us keep our culture, let us and niggas was like, no, actually no. Like, you got in a war with me, you bombed my place, like Pearl Harbor.
That I secretly wanted you to bomb.
Yeah, that I secretly wanted you to bomb, but don't like you still did it. And then you lost, and now you begging, but telling me like, yeah, I'm begging, but like, let me keep my dignity. No. No, that's not how surrender works, is it? Which, again, but that's unfortunately America's stance. That's almost like, historically speaking, that has always been the American stance. Like, whenever there's a chance for us to take the ordinary route, we're gonna take the route that claims the most lives.
Ain't no keeping dignity. Surrender.
And that's the other thing. Like, when you imagine you spent all this time, right, crafting this incredible weapon capable of for three whole years you spent on this. Back end of the war. I mean, mind you, at this point, your whole country is locked in a war. So you spent 3 years doing all this, you finally created it, and then the niggas you was gonna drop it on talking about some, all right, we quit. No.
You just gave me the most severe case of blue balls in mankind. Human history, bro.
You gave me nuclear blue balls. Like,
blue ball.
Like, no, I'm sorry, bro. I gotta drop this shit. Like, it's sick, bro. It's really sick. But like, that's what I mean. Like, when you put yourself in the mindset of a sick nigga with no morals, like, yeah, it makes perfect sense. Like,
I can't even say I get it, but I get it. I mean,
I can only get it if I make myself sick, but I do get it. Once I get there, once I'm a sick, depraved nigga, I do get it. Like, it's just like I gotta go all the way down there to get it.
Listen, if I don't use this now, who knows the next time there's gonna be a world war?
Yeah, what, I'm gonna just have it sitting in a bunker or something, bro? I don't even know how strong it is for real. Like, you tested it. Yeah, I know, but when I tested it, I didn't drop it on real people.
Yeah, I need to see niggas affected for generations. I need to see the radiation poisoning permeate.
Oh, well, listen, this is the 40s. Them boys ain't even know about that shit for real.
So they just wanted to see niggas fry. They didn't even think about the generational.
They just knew that shit was whoop shit. They ain't even know this shit was gonna keep going. Mind you, they tested it on their own soldiers, so they definitely well maybe they didn't know. They just didn't care. But I don't know. I don't know. But yes, I don't know, man. I don't, I think it'll be all right though. I don't think it'll be a bad movie. I think it'll be a good movie. I'm finna see that and Barbie same day for real.
No cap, yeah. I've been looking at Barbie. I might watch it.
No kizzy, I might like because I from what I'm hearing, it ain't gonna be what niggas think it is. Like y'all think it's just gonna be like a funny little happy hee hee ha ha Barbie movie, but nah, because the woman who's directing it, is like she writes or she directs. Greta Gerwig is her name, right? And her movies are not no pussy movies. Like it's not that bad. That's not what I do. Like she's doing Snow White in 2024. Oh wow, I didn't even know that. But
There's
she did
a Snow White movie. Well, probably not now.
Coming out.
There
Yeah,
was a Snow White movie coming out in 2024.
Yeah, but she did a coming of age period drama film. She did another movie, a coming of age comedy drama film. She did another movie is a comedy film. Another movie is a black and white comedy drama. So it's like,
oh yeah, this don't sound like a nigga that's gonna direct Barbie the Barbie way.
Yeah, like this, but like a lot of her movies are supposed to be like mind you, she's got multiple Oscar nominations for like those last two movies I mentioned, both of the coming of age comedy drama films. Like, so it's like people know her work is like really getting into like personalities and that type of shit and so on and so it's like it ain't gonna be just we characters, we little toys, hee hee ha ha Barbie, yeah, like nah, it's gonna be more than that probably. So Little Women apparently won Oscar for something. But yeah, so I thought that was
Little Women.
Little Women. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard of that movie. Okay.
Yeah, Little Women, Lady Bird. I haven't heard of either of those, but
heard of Lady Bird.
But Lady Bird, I think, was the one that won something. They both got nominations for Best Picture. Including, damn, she was in the Time 100 list of most influential people in the world in 2018. That's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting enough. So we'll see. Barbenheimer is in full effect.
Barbenheimer. I do think it's hilarious that these two movies on polar opposites of each other are coming.
Yeah, are being linked. Yeah. Somebody else went back in time and saw, like, I think it was from 2008 when Mamma Mia dropped. It dropped the same day as The Dark Knight, and they were like, this is like,
only be doing this on purpose, yeah.
They were like, yo, this is the OG Barbenheimer. I was crying.
He's doing this on purpose, yo. I
didn't even think about it. That's literally Christopher Nolan. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually funny as hell. I didn't even peep that.
Yeah, it came out the same day as Mamma Mia. That's hilarious.
I actually didn't peep that was him as well. So what else we got, man? We want to start talking about some rappers, man, because we got some shit to talk about with these rappers for real.
Well, we got on rappers, yo. Let's see. How many we got?
We got at least 3.
All this shit is depressing and annoying.
There's a fourth one too I could throw in here if like that one's more of a debate though. The fourth one is just about stadium tours, because I remember that was
a conversation. Talk about Sukihana and Motor Oil, Dr. Pepper.
Sukihana, Motor Oil, Dr. Pepper.
There was a video that went around.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't see that video. I heard about it. I sure didn't see it. I was glad I didn't see it either.
You were a lucky individual to have not seen it.
I don't know what Motor Oil and Dr. Pepper mean in that context, and I will not ask you to explain.
I'm gonna explain it.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
I feel like the people at home want me to at this point.
I feel like they do.
We're giving them nuclear blue balls at some point. You know?
Hey.
Okay.
Sometimes you just got to accept it.
All right, yeah. Let's we don't got to talk about Sukihana and Motor Oil, but yeah,
she was pissing, y'all.
Yeah,
among other things.
How you gonna say I don't need to, and then you blue balled me? You said,
well, no. Listen, you said Dr. Pepper Motor Oil. I don't want to know what that context is. I don't want to know what the context of that is. No,
the context, she was pissing, but her pee was so dark, and it looked like it was fizzy.
I knew you would do this.
What do you do you knew I would do it? You just said she was pissing.
So do you believe that she was pissing and her piss being fizzy are the same statement? Do you believe those carry the same weight?
I mean, she was pissing. That the statement is true.
When you tell me someone, when you speak on the color of someone's piss and the viscosity of the piss, okay?
That's the only reason it's worth discussing. Who cares if somebody is peeing on camera? It's 2023. It's the fact that the pee was disgusting. That's why it's newsworthy. Okay, people need to drink more water.
Oh man!
Listen, I don't know if my pee looked like that. I'll be too embarrassed to pee in front of people because
hey, talk
they
about it.
know I got bad kidney health at that point.
They know your kidneys is not working,
or working too hard, working overtime.
kidney working way too hard. Oh wait, hold on. Before we get off movies, I did want to touch on this Sound of Freedom movie real quick. We can get the fuck.
Why does it sound familiar?
Because you probably heard about it. It's that movie that's allegedly supposed to be about some trafficking ring that they don't want you to know about. So all the movie theater ACs are going out. Ooh.
Huh?
So basically, right? It's a movie, right? That is about some guy who is a grifter, which I will get into in a second. But some guy who like left the federal bureau, like federal agencies, to be a child trafficking savior, right?
Wait. Okay, wait. Before you get into it,
Mhm.
oh, this is how I know about it. I saw a tweet 3 days ago. Somebody said they were working at a movie theater and they posted a picture of their hand holding some type of small vial, and they said, I was instructed by my manager to put this in any drink
Oh
of
my
a
god!
person that is going to see the Sound of Freedom.
Oh my god!
And people were actually believing it. Like,
This is sickening.
you
Yeah.
niggas are so fucking unbelievably stupid. And I didn't understand what it was for at first because I didn't know what the Sound of Freedom was. I saw that and I was like, okay, you niggas are clearly insane, but why this movie specifically are they having them put this
Mhm.
liquid in? But it's because they want to brainwash the only Americans
Yeah,
left, the
yeah,
real Americans.
of course.
Since
So,
you brought up that they're turning off AC units so people don't see it, obviously it's for real Americans. They don't want to see it.
because
Take
a real
this.
American simply can't sit in the theater without AC.
Yeah.
But this is the part that killed me. Like, one brother, if I didn't want you to see a movie, it's not getting to screens. Like, I don't. What world is there where I somehow couldn't stop y'all from putting out a movie with a budget of $14 million, directed by a director we've never heard of? And I somehow couldn't stop you guys from doing that. Like, this movie was distributed by Angel Studios. I'm just gonna click on their page real quick, and we can speak on some of the things Angel Studios has produced.
You know, fuck
Uh,
you.
no. I think we should try it. I think we should try it out, right? So let's look at some of the things that they've. Cabrini. Surely you've heard of that.
Greeny Green, the project from Chicago.
The Shift. You've heard of that show. Come on. The Chosen. No. His Only Son. No. Testament, perhaps.
Is this a Christian production company? Why do these
Uh,
all sound like Christian?
well, yes. It's primarily a Christian company.
Oh man, who would have thought with shows like Testament,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. Or a show like The Chosen,
the
which is
show,
also about
or His Only Son?
yeah, or his yeah, or a project he can support named David. Hmm.
Oh,
Hmm. Oh,
or
this was another one. Projects he can support. Oh, let's see. Truth and Conviction. Let's see what this one is about.
oh, they got truthers
Hmm.
now. Let's go.
Ooh, a 4-part limited series which will capture one of the most powerful stories that come out of World War II. A 16-year-old boy named Helmuth Hubner is
Terrible
compelled to
name.
stake a stand.
No bitches.
Joined by his two best mates, Carl and Rudy, he leads a brave resistance that propels them all the way to the highest court in Nazi Germany. Don't know what
What?
this is. I don't know. I'm actually not worried. But my whole point being is that this studio is a nobody studio. The director's a nobody. The budget was 14 million. Brother, if I wanted to step on your movie, I would have gotten one of you taken out. It would have been simple. because no one knows who you are. Like it would have been very simple to
That
just do
nigga named Helmeppo was in it.
You said what?
You
You said
said a nigga named
Aleppo?
Helmeppo, Melibit, and his friends
That
Rudy and Carter.
no, that was the German movie. That was sorry, that was Angel Studios' work. But anyway, so this movie is about they rescue some boy from child traffickers, and then a federal agent learns the boy's sister is still captive, so he has to go back out and journey into the Colombian jungles to save her. And the whole movie's supposed to be some daring expose about, the child trafficking industry in America or something, which is funny because I'm
How
just
is
like,
it? It
well,
just sounds like a generic action movie. Where's the expose part?
oh, I'll tell you where the expose is. And unfortunately, it's not the way that they planned it out. The star of the movie is Jim Caviezel.
No fucking way. The nigga from Passion of the Christ?
Mm-hmm. Now, do you know anything about what Jim Caviezel has been into lately?
Nothing, I would assume.
So movie-wise, yes. Jim Caviezel has not been really into anything.
The fact you
However,
said movie-wise, this is
yeah,
fucking
you know where I'm going with this. Jim Caviezel hasn't been a good guy lately. He hasn't been a good man lately.
Was he a good guy ever?
Don't know. Don't know. I feel like if he played Christ, I mean, maybe. I don't know. Maybe he started with something.
Mel Gibson made that movie, so I mean,
Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, you got a point. But so Jim Caviezel is a big QAnon guy, right?
oh,
This
of
is
course,
yeah. Keep that in your back pocket because that will come back up. So he's a big, huge QAnon guy. He goes to a lot of Mike Flynn's QAnon events, and all so on and so forth, right? But the movie is based on a guy named Tim Ballard, right? Tim Ballard is who the movie is based on. It's supposed to be based on a true story type shit. You know what I mean, right? Tim Ballard is a hero who has also been not even accused, but has been shown to funnel tens of millions of dollars from donations to his own bank accounts after raising money from conspiracy theories and from selling the raid experience to wealthy donors. So, a grifter. Long story short, a grifter, a literal grifter, a nigga who will take your donations for charity, put them in his bank account, and then sell it back to y'all and make money on it. So at the end of the money, or at the end of the film, people are invited to donate money using their phones. So on and so forth. Da da da. Anyway,
wait, in the theater, something pops up that tells them to.
Yeah, like literally at the end of the movie. Yeah,
no
bro,
fucking
it's
way, bro.
Angel Studios. They need to raise money for that other movie with Rudy and Helmuth. Aleppo, yeah. But then, so the other part is right. Tim Ballard, right, who apparently has a false story about his child trafficking escapades, right? But then he pretty much says he's doing a 4-part docuseries about Ukrainian child trafficking, and he's not going to mention Russia, of course. I wonder why. But there's an executive producer on this movie. His name is Tony Robbins. You know who Tony Robbins is?
Not the speaker.
The Tony Robbins, yes, sir. Now, do you know anything about Tony Robinson's past as well?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Robbins isn't a good guy. I gotta be honest with you.
Who would think that the Tony Robbins, the guy that's on stage? First off, all of these influencer people that are on stage, what are they called? Life coaches. All these niggas are scammers. Every single one.
Mm-hmm.
So who would think that Tony Robbins, one of the biggest ones, would be a
Right.
bad guy? Who could
Right.
imagine?
Yeah, sure. Who would have thought the accused sexual predator and fraud would be involved in this
I
movie?
didn't know about that.
Yeah, he did. But he's also been in business with Eric Prince, was the guy who did the Mercenaries. What was that, Black Rock, I think, or Black, whatever the hell that mercenary group is. I don't remember the name of it. But Eric Prince, he was the one who was like somehow related to like Trump's people and da 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 and all of that. So anyway. Oh, okay, hold on. Tim Ballard also says abusive anti-Semite Mel Gibson did the final edit on Sound of Freedom and helped him raise the money from it. So like that's my whole thing. Like, look who y'all are in bed with. You have too many of the worst fuck niggas on earth around you. I will never trust what anything you do. Not one time. And the part that blows mine is like Jim Caviezel is like known for this. Like, I'm really looking through a list of shit, and he's just like he's just good for this. Like, But yeah, and then not to mention Mike Flynn is who used to be like the general. He was a former general for Trump, right? Like literally is like
Mike Flynn is involved in this.
Yeah, Mike Flynn. Remember I told you Jim Caviezel's a huge fan of his shit. He goes to a lot of his events.
All right, so before we get too deep into the movie, can
Oh
we
no,
focus
we're almost done. Yeah, we're
Oh
almost
yeah,
done.
no, but can we focus on Jim Caviezel, a millionaire actor, being a QAnon person?
That's not
I
too shocking.
I think it's shocking because I would think that any nigga that has money would be smart enough to see that this is a grift. Like all these poor people, yeah, QAnon, blood, child trafficking, Trump, all the way. But you would think somebody that has money, a rich nigga, would not be falling for this. Is it just me? I thought only stupid people fell for this.
But you have to understand, there's one thing to fall like, and when you say fall for this, you mean like just to buy into the QAnon shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then to me that's really easy because this guy's very Catholic, right? So think about it. You already know where they got him first.
Yeah.
All they had to do
Got
is hit him with
from
the
the
A.
get-go.
Not that. No, don't say the word. Please don't say the word. But you know
I
they got
said
him for
got
that
him
first.
from the get-go.
Right. So they got him from that. Right. And then once you get into certain rooms with other people with that, it's gonna be real easy. It's gonna be real easy. And so he pretty much did a lot of that. Let's see. And then 2021, he endorsed some elements of the QAnon. You gotta understand, the pandemic put everybody in their house. Everyone was just home. So
So
what do you
niggas
think
just
a rich nigga
online
does when they just home? Like the same shit we do for real. Like,
go
so
down
that's my
rabbit
thing.
holes, but the
Yeah.
wrong ones.
And the problem is we always believe that these rich niggas are smarter than us. And they're not. They're just in a bubble, which makes it harder to resist shit like this. Truth be told. Right? But mind you, he's like Caviezel really believes in like adrenochrome, all of those theories.
What's
Like
the dinner, bro?
you'll have to Google that on your own. That's
It's crazy. Like we can't say it on stream. It's that bad.
adrenochrome is like it's like some oh god I'll get into it real quick and then we can move the fuck off of this. But it's like some chemical compound produced by the oxidation of fucking adrenaline. And basically the theory is that they are like extracting this from children
Okay,
and
enough. Yeah, we can move on.
yeah, George Soros. You already know how this shit is going. Yeah,
How does
Clinton's.
how do
Clinton.
people come to think like this? Like
Tom
what?
Hanks is hilarious. I hate how I would be so mad if I was Tom Hanks. Like, bro, why y'all keep
Tom Hanks is always brought up in these conversations for whatever reason. It's
like that would
always
make me
him.
so mad. Like, bro, y'all need y'all will name billionaires, presidents, like incredibly
What
impactful
do
and
they
powerful,
have against
and
Tom
then
Hanks?
say me. Like, bro, don't ever put my name next to Obama, fucking Oprah, the Clintons. Bro, I'm Tom Hanks. Like,
They really don't like this nigga. I don't know
like
why. It's always Tom Hanks, and if it's a singer, it's always Beyonce.
mhm.
I just don't. What do they have against Tom Hanks to put him up against George Soros and the billionaire Illuminati agenda?
I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah, no, I'm looking at it. He was always Jim Caviezel, like from 2024. He was in a lot of these movies with bozos. Like I'm looking at in 2020, he was in a movie called Infidel that was executive produced by Dinesh D'Souza, who is a famous conservative dickhead. So it's like I can tell you that pandemic, he was in the house, and mind you, he was already doing that before because he's Catholic already. So they already was cooking him with easy, so it's real easy to sucker these idiot niggas in. Mind you, these are the same niggas that let their kid. Never mind, forget it. I would say I'm not about to spend this time smoking Catholics. Like y'all, I'll let y'all do that to yourself. What else we want to do? Where do we want to go from here?
We were on
Oh,
wait.
we just got off movies, right? We were talking about
Yeah,
rap.
we went back to movies. Yeah. So
But yeah, so yeah. So let's start with rappers. Meek Mills sang "Free Tory Lanez" at Rolling Loud. Didn't see
rolling around.
this Rolling Loud, but that's Scooby Doo talking.
Rolling around?
Rolling
Re
Loud,
real.
Rick Real,
Re Rory.
Free Rory.
Oh man. Uh but yeah, Meek has just continuously shown that he is just And I don't know. I have a thing with faces. Can you just look at a person and tell that they not completely there? Like not like that they have a mental disability. Like I feel like sometimes I could look at a nigga and tell their IQ, and sometimes I could tell when a nigga's IQ is in double digits. That's every
That
time I look at a picture of Meek Mill.
he is actually genuinely funny because like, did you see that tweet that he said? Hold on, I gotta find the exact words because when I tell you, I read this tweet 3 times, and when I finally understood what he was saying, I almost wanted to throw my phone. I could not believe
Probably
it.
seen the same tweet and couldn't decipher it, and I just stopped looking. I didn't decide to figure it out. It's
Hold on.
recent, right?
Yeah, it's very recent. It's
It's
very
probably
recent.
the same tweet, yeah.
Okay. Wait. This tweet is from an account that no longer exists. Did Meek delete his Twitter?
He probably was getting cooked for saying dumb shit
Okay.
like
I guess it
usual.
looks like he did. Fuck. How do I pull that tweet up then? Okay. Yeah. Let me. Well, yeah. You can just keep talking about the other examples of him being a fool. I'm gonna pull this up in the meantime.
So after he did the whole free toy lane thing, which is already crazy because the nigga shot a woman. Why are you talking about free a nigga that shot a woman? Um, he came out with a statement after facing backlash saying, "Nobody controlled me. I say what I want to say." Brother, I'm here to tell you, maybe somebody should control you.
Brother, you're in need of control. I think that's what we're getting at. We're
Is
not.
Meek Mill slow?
Oh yeah, they've been saying that all week.
Yes, he is. He literally, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna say he's slow. He's uneducated. I mean, nigga was selling drugs. He probably dropped out of high school. He probably has
Hold
like
on.
a
Okay,
ninth grade education.
I found the tweet. It was on 4th of July at that.
Oh man,
This nigga said anything I post, they try to amplify it and me look stupid. Bad start already.
terrible.
I wasn't created on the internet. And I know they got some of y'all in a trance through social perception. That's why content creators win because lead the narrative.
This nigga's stupid.
Now I remember I kept reading that second sentence. I wasn't created on the internet, and I know they got some of y'all in a trans, like trans,
I'm assuming
trans
he meant.
through social perception.
I'm assuming he meant trance.
Yes, through. Yes.
Yes.
I remember reading this. I was like, trans through. I was like, okay. Let me start over. They got some of y'all in a trans through. They got some of y'all in a trance. Oh my god. And like
This
when I found
nigga,
out when I caught it was trance, I was just like, oh my goodness.
this
Oh
nigga
my,
has an IQ of 75.
this nigga don't have an IQ.
Derogatory.
He don't even have one. Like he filled it
Like,
out. That shit was just a question mark. Mm-hmm.
and some niggas just be stupid. Like, it's not a disability. Niggas don't have like a mental disability. Some niggas are
Yeah,
just
no, it's not.
stupid.
I don't think it's something wrong with him. I just think that nigga genuinely don't think much. Like
Don't think much is.
I really don't think so. Like nigga, do you already see that clip? They never told us the difference between a Democrat and a Republican, but they gonna tell us vote. I'm like, well, Meek, they told us the difference between a Democrat and a Republican.
This is why I don't like Meek Mill, is because he's fucking stupid. But he thinks everybody else thinks the same way as him. Like everybody else is this stupid. So he'll say shit like they ain't tell us the difference between Democrat and Republican, but they told us to vote. Nobody, nobody but you was thinking that.
You bugging. People
He said
around them
no.
that's nodding their heads, they thinking that too. What you
Yeah,
mean?
niggas sold drugs in Philly. Yeah, exactly. This nigga, he's just stupid. Like I said, he probably dropped out of high school selling drugs, started
Listen,
rapping, became rich. This nigga's just
I
an
can't even give
idiot.
you that for real because I know niggas who don't have high school educations, and this is just a different type. Like
Well,
this
yeah, because like I
this
said,
ain't
he's
for that.
stupid. Niggas can
Yeah,
drop out of school and still be smart and understand the way the world works. This nigga is just
not bright.
he has a low IQ. Like the average IQ is like 108. I think this nigga's around a 77.
I think he around a 77. Oh man, but yeah, no. Tory's in prison currently awaiting the sentencing. But it is what it is with that. Let's see what other rap shit. So apparently we got Ice Cube acting up. I don't know what he was doing. I'm sure he was saying very nice things on Twitter.
Oh yeah. Well, he took a picture with who was it? It was Ronald Kennedy. Was it Ronald? I don't know. It was
I
Ronald.
don't know. You mean Robert Kennedy, the
Robert.
nigga out? Oh man, is that what Ice Cube did?
Yeah, he took a picture with Robert Kennedy and some other guy. I don't know the other guy. But he took the picture, posted it online, and then everybody was saying, "Bro, this is a bad look. You a sellout. You endorsing these niggas." And he said, "I endorse none. It's just a picture." But brother, if you're taking pictures with political people, that's an endorsement. Would you take a picture with? He probably would take a picture with Trump. So I'm not gonna say.
I think he probably already has too.
Yeah, exactly. He took pictures with Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
First off,
Niggas were flaming him, obviously, as they should. And he went on Twitter. He was mad. He was going up against niggas constantly for like a day straight. He was going against niggas. He was telling niggas, "Shut the fuck up, bitch, fuck you," all types of shit. He was going off. So you coon out. You get mad when people call you out about it. And then somehow you're still supposed to be the good guy in this.
Oh, I see him. He talking crazy. Somebody sent a tweet and he just said, "You sound like a bitch." That's all he said. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I've like first off, before I go any further, I have to address something. Robert F. Kennedy is one of the most sickeningly built individuals. Like, bro, do y'all not understand? Look at him.
Picture that you don't even gotta look far. Look at the picture he took with Ice Cube.
Bro, look at his forearms in this picture. Look at his arms.
He looks like a Minecraft kid. He looks sick.
Bro, he looks like oh man, I don't even want to say this out loud.
I'm gonna put it in general so Reef can see it. No, say it out loud. Say it out loud, yeah.
He looks oh man, I can't say that shit. I'm good. I
need to know now.
I'm good. I don't want no problems, yeah. Like
oh man.
He looks like if you took a little person and sized them up. Like, you know how little people, like, sometimes their proportions is a little off?
Yeah.
Like, he looked like he wasn't supposed to be in this body. Like, he wasn't supposed to be this. So, like, he was a little person, and they just sized him up to, like, 5 something, and now he still got these...
So he got the meaty sausage fingers. And
he got the uneven proportioned forearms and shit. Like, brother, why do you have 6 foot forearms? Like, you're not 6 foot. You're 5'5", maybe 5'6" or something. Like, you can't. You don't look like you were made for this body you're in.
The fact that he taller than Ice Cube is kind of sad. How tall is Ice Cube, yo?
It can't be that though.
He's getting his wife not getting fucked, but he's getting cucked just by being shorter than that nigga. Honestly,
no, he getting cucked by being shorter.
Ice Cube is 5. Damn, man, I'm so glad I'm not short, man. Easy was 5'3". God damn.
Niggas be tiny, bro. These niggas be talking crazy like I won't step on one of these niggas.
They gonna shoot their way out your foot. I'm not stepping on no nigga from East Compton.
Yeah. Anyway.
You only got a response. Just all right. Next subject.
What is the response? He ain't finna do nothing.
Why? Cause he dead.
I wasn't even talking about Easy. What are we talking about?
Oh no, I was just talking about little niggas with anger complexes, and I said Easy was 5'3". I mean,
oh yeah. All right, let's see.
What was the other? You said you had another rapper, or it was a touring situation or something?
Oh yeah. So this one is a little more niche, but it does involve 2 rappers. One, well, I guess it depends who you are, but one more well known than the other. So, and it's actually, it went with your point, like when you wrote something about anti-Semitism. So you know who Jay Electronica is, correct?
Yeah,
the rapper, right?
He seems like a nigga that might be anti-Semitic, honestly.
Well, you don't have to think or seem, because Jay Electronica is openly anti-Semitic. Like, he has been very vocal about making comparisons to devils and all types of stuff like that. So, Noname. Do you know who Noname is?
Yeah, there was the whole J. Cole situation.
J. Cole shit, right. So Noname, who doesn't rap too often, but decided she was gonna rap and put something out. I think it's either putting out a single, an album, or something. I don't remember. And it was gonna be her, Jay Electronica, and what was it, Aaron Allen Kane? And I like Aaron Allen Kane, and I like Noname. So, and I think Jay Electronica is a tough rapper. So I was like, this sounds like an interesting thing. And I didn't think really too much, nothing more of that. But then a lot of people started bringing up some points and were just saying like, the optics are pretty bad when you were the one who sat up here. Again, when the whole thing with Cole happened, you sat up here and pretty much said how a lot of these rappers will talk this on their track, talk this there, talk this that, but not do what they need to do and not stand by people and not support people. And so now you can't see the optics of you doing a track with an openly anti-Semitic dude and why people would think that makes you a little bit of a hypocrite. Which again, to me, I just think you said what?
That's a fair statement, but at the same time, she might not have known because I didn't know he was openly anti-Semitic.
Yeah, I don't follow his tweets or anything. Here's then where she put her foot, both of her feet in her mouth. Okay. I'm gonna say at this point. Then she follows up and she's just like, okay, well, like, you know what? I might just pull the exact tweets up because I don't want to misquote this because
you can't win for losing.
She said some fuckery on her own, and I think it's best that we actually just say what she said. But okay, I see she deleted them tweets. Yeah, oh, here we go. Are these screenshots? Right, yeah. So somebody was basically saying, like, you understand, like, Jay Electronica called himself Jadolf Spittler.
What?
On a song, right?
What?
Yeah, no, like he's called himself Jadolf Spittler, right?
What? This.
And hold on, is this a real tweet? That can't be a real tweet. Okay, wow. So anyway, right? So he did all of that. And Noname replied basically saying, like, if you disagree with his political and religious beliefs, that's fine. But to compare him to Hitler, a man responsible to...
He compared himself. What do you mean?
Thank you. All right. So we off of that. We good with that one. And then it got worse, right? Because that wasn't as bad as it got. Like, then she decided to double and triple down. And she pretty much got to a point to where she said, okay, how many rappers out here make songs about SA? And y'all know those are songs, right? Y'all still rock with them people. Y'all still listen to their people. Y'all still do all this, da-da-da. So how is it that, and I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. Let me just, are you?
She's caping for an anti-Semite, yes.
Not only are you caping for an anti-Semite, but now you are basically saying rapping about SA is okay because you're caping. Like, bro, you're the gymnastics you're doing to defend a point that's really undefendable. Like, here's my problem, right? If I let me just change things for a second. Let's change gears for a second. If I wanted to cheat on my girl, right? That's just what I wanted to do. Would it make sense for me to get online and argue with niggas about the morality of cheating on my girl, knowing that I'm gonna do it anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Or in this case, because the song's probably already done, knowing that I already did it? Like, that's kind of my issue with this. Why are you even arguing with niggas knowing you already did the song? You already did it, and you're probably going to release it anyway. Which means you don't care about the optics. You don't care about the actual consistency. You've already made that clear to us and to yourself because you made the song and did it and will drop it.
She has a complex. She has to be in the right or viewed favorably.
Right, and that's the problem because, baby, one, no one can move that way, and you'll always be somewhat da-da-da-da. But then when you actually are dead wrong, and then you still, like, this is the time when you got to shut the fuck up. I'm being serious. Like, if you're going to do this anyway, you just have to shut the hell up. Let 3 days pass. A new Twitter villain will come up. They'll forget they were mad at you. Just let it blow over, bro. Shut up. Just shut up.
People don't understand that. There's a main character on Twitter literally every day.
Every day, bro. Shut up. Let 2 or 3 main characters pass by. They will forget Jadolf Spittler existed. I promise you. That's an insane name, yo, to call yourself. And to be, but see, back to her comparison about SA, right? First off, I wouldn't want to work with a nigga rapping about SA either. But here's then where I think it gets even worse, because when you call yourself J-Dog Spittler, those are words, right? I get that's what she's saying. Basically, just saying those are just words he said. But then when I get on Twitter and show that I'm openly anti-Semitic and I believe these sort of things, it's not the same anymore, is it? It's not just words anymore, is it? So let's apply that same concept, because this is what I mean when I hate when you niggas do false equivalencies. Because if we're going to do an equivalence, let's bring over every aspect that applied to the first situation. Don't change shit up now. Because don't sit up here and say, oh, well, he rap about SA, but don't live it. No. Let's take a nigga who rapping about it and then showing us online he has.
Also, who outside of Rick Ross, who just be openly rapping about SA?
Well, depends how you define it, because Lil Durk gotta say it. Never
mind. You don't have to say it. I probably haven't heard the song. I'm
not really. You heard the song.
What song was it?
What's that song with Gunna Baby and Off-White Velo? You gotta suck dick on your period. Can't say no. I ain't hearing it.
I don't think I've heard this song. I've only heard you rap it. I'm not really a Durk fan. I'm not gonna hold you.
Well, it's not a Durk song. It's a Gunna and Baby song. But
okay. So I might have heard it, but not.
Walk Hard Runs.
Is that where that comes from? That you
same song. Yeah. That's the same.
Okay. I've never heard that song. I've only heard you say "Walk Hard, Give Me Your Runs."
Crazy. You ought to go back and listen. It's a good song. Minus that one bar that's a little questionable. Yeah. What do you mean she can't say no? You ain't hearing it. What does that mean?
Yeah. Huh? No. What does that mean?
What does that mean? Explain that one to me. Do you have a second? Do you have a moment, sir, to explain that with that one?
Okay. So
yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just about to say that song and Rick Ross song. You don't even know it. I can't think of like songs where I've actually heard.
He said hand the fist. You know what that means.
Wait, what?
He said hand the fist. You know what that means. Yeah, I'll pretend I do, so I don't have to ask you what it means. I'll say yeah. I know exactly what that means. Who wouldn't know what hand the fist is? Like, come on. But yeah, what was you saying?
I was just saying that song and Rick Ross song, you don't even know it. What other rappers have openly like said anything related to?
Well, I think it's less about saying, right?
Who would just straight up admit to crimes? Well, I mean, outside of selling drugs and
quite a few, but yeah, quite a few. But look, my whole thing is right. Basically, her whole point is supposed to be that like there's a level of creative expression that y'all let rock, and y'all pick and choose where y'all. And it's like, well, yes, literally, that's how this works. People will pick and choose what to be mad about, because, like you just said, truth be told, and this is the part that actually blew mine, because by a show of hands, how many of y'all genuinely believe there are that many fans who cared enough about this anti-Semitism? There aren't that many. This is what I mean when you could have just shut the fuck up and let this blow over.
Yeah, a lot of his fans.
This would not. These people, right? First off, one, so his fans don't give a fuck. Your fans are like, they're more so mad at the optics, but they still gonna fuck with your, your songs and all of that. But then once you do all of this, you come out and you say all these things, and you pretty much show that, oh, so you just a hypocrite. You don't actually stand on that shit you talk about. Now some of your fans is weirded out. Jay Electronica's fans don't really care nothing, because they looking at it like, oh, I don't give a fuck. So it's just like, that's the part where it's like, bro, you could have just stopped talking and did all this. But for you to then compare your saving of this nigga to someone rapping about SA, like, bro, when you make that comparison, you already are showing me you've got nothing left. You've got nothing. You are fighting for your life, trying to justify whatever the fuck you are doing. And so you're going to sit up here and tell me, oh, well, y'all let other people in. I don't care what I let nobody get away with. Don't ever position yourself as the leader of righteous and woke and more. Don't be the moral police when you want to be the moral police. And then when niggas call you out for not having morals that line up with that, you want to come up with every fucking excuse in the book.
It just goes to show you that none of these niggas have any sort of.
They're
all terrible people. They're all bad. Every single one.
Because all of that shit looks good when it's easy. When it's the easy route. When I can critique someone else, it's so easy. But when I have to live up to my own standards that I'm holding y'all to, oh, it's going to be impossible. It's going to be impossible now. And that's the problem. Like, and don't get me wrong, I'm not even necessarily mad at the fact that, like I said, like, you could have just, because truth be told, bro, not that bad. Listen, I'm not. I don't want to say this out loud. Black folks are shockingly indifferent to anti-Semitism. They just don't tend. They tend to not care that much.
I wouldn't even say shocking. I would say a lot of niggas are anti-Semitic.
Right. Well, that's what I mean.
Look at Adolf Spittler we got here.
Adolf Spittler is crazy, but it's like, so it's like, this is an issue that ain't gonna bubble that crazy in your community. Now that SA shit probably would have, but this won't. So it's like, bro, you just gotta shut the fuck up for a few days. Let this shit blow over. Your song gonna come out, and do what you do. Just ignore these niggas. But when you, like you said, when you have positioned yourself a certain way, you can't then just let these critiques go, because it's like, nah, they fucking up my image. I got this image of this girl that always fights for what's right and always does the right thing, and y'all trying to step on my image. And it's like, well, no, you're stepping on your own image, and now you're trying to justify it with a bunch of bullshit. And so now we looking at you like, yeah, probably. But it's like, now you're trying to justify it with all this bullshit about, well, y'all let other niggas talk about SA, and like, dog, if you have to defend J. Dolph Spittler with mentions of SA, you're on the wrong side. I promise you, you're on the wrong team. Like, it's just, like, I don't know how else to explain it to you. If you can't get that, you can't get it. But you're on the wrong team, brother or sister.
I just read what Reef said, and I think he's right. A lot of black people feel like,
oh yeah, I mean, think about it. A lot of anti-white shit is the same thing. Like,
I wouldn't even just leave it at anti-Semitic. I would say a lot of niggas are prejudiced against a lot of races, Arabic people, Asian people, because if you look in black communities, who owns the bodegas? Who owns the corner stores, the liquor stores? It's always other races. So they feel like a lot of these people come from other countries, and then they come into black communities, and they have their own businesses. Their families own these businesses. Not only that, they're also quote unquote poisoning the community by selling, alcohol. They selling them all types of bullshit. So they're mad at these other people coming to the community. And then when it comes to Jewish people just got done being persecuted in Germany, and then they come to America, and based off of all of the anti-Semitic rhetoric that's being passed around in America, black people just eat that up. Like, oh, the Jewish people, they own the banks, they own Hollywood, they own this and that. So niggas feel like, how these people just went from getting persecuted by Adolf Spittler in Germany, and now they here in America running shit. Where is our peace? So, like Rick said, a lot of this shit is,
oh, spite drives. I think spite drives like almost all racism or almost all bigotry. To be honest, like, a lot of it be fucking. It's some level of jealousy, some level of envy. Like, I think it's a lot of that, because a lot of times you see somebody else in it. Like, perfect example.
Why are you getting your piece of the pie and I'm still not?
Yeah, and then meanwhile,
instead of turn that on to the people that need that anger, you turn it on your fellow man.
Yeah, and then a lot of times, what we think is the piece of the pie don't even be the piece of the pie for the other people.
Exactly. They're presenting it as the piece of the pie because they want to sow division between POC.
Yeah. And on top of that, they want to trick them stupid niggas into thinking they won. Because then they're going to get their pie and be like, wait, this ain't even all the whole pie that they promised me. Yeah.
And then there's some of those people that are like, wait, all these Negroes thought it was so hard to do this, but I did it so easily. Maybe they are stupid and lazy, like the white man told me. And then that's why niggas started looking down.
I don't know.
Also, they make it easier for immigrants to come into this country and build lives for themselves and start business. You get so many loans.
I don't know. I think I disagree with that one. I think that goes back to a lot of their cultural shit that they bring over here. Because I just think the difference between immigrants' ideals about how they view and niggas who are natives is night and day. And I think that's less to do with the resources offered and more to do with just how they approach it.
Well, I was about to say, they offer loans specifically for new immigrants to migrate to the to the country. So there might be some people that come in, but these banks are only going to give to immigrants in communities that they don't want to see them. So you're not going to see people coming from other countries coming in and starting businesses in middle and upper class communities.
Right, yeah,
That's
there's
why
no like
there's so
yeah.
many people of color, immigrants in black communities in the hood, in the ghetto with these
Yeah.
businesses, because
Yeah.
they're not gonna give these niggas businesses where they are.
Yeah, and even more so than that, right? Like a lot of these immigrants, let's say if they got a family, they all bonding together to come up with what they got. What they can afford is not they can't afford to rent a 10,000 square foot space in a hot spot. They can't. They have to go to these spots because it's
Yeah.
like you said, my bread is like, because people fail to realize with immigration, like, bro, immigration takes so long. There's so many fees. There's so much applications. Like, if they offering personal loans to fucking immigrants, I promise you, again, this is the same concept, right? We will sit up here and be mad like they giving loans to immigrants. Dog, they gave loans to students. How did that work out? They gave loans to niggas during the housing bubble. How'd that work out? Like, stop. Y'all always look at this shit like it's they getting a leg up on us. They're getting pimped, stupid.
Literally.
They're getting pimped the same way you got pimped, if not slightly like it's the same thing, but we always look at it like they're getting a leg up on me and they're getting brother. Do you know how a loan works? You have to pay it back, nigga. This ain't a grant.
And 90 to 95% of these loans are predatory.
Yeah, exactly. Like they have 1% loans for immigrants, but guess what? That's also the loan I'm saving for the one immigrant who I know will give me my money back. If I'm a
For the
bank,
nigga from Italy.
yeah, if I'm a bank,
Nigga from Pakistan.
if I'm a bank, you think I'm giving my 1% interest loan to every immigrant? Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out, dog.
So
I'm giving that
to a nigga from Sicily.
not just a nigga from Sicily, a nigga from Sicily who I know will get my shit right back. Because even with that, I want my money back. 1%, I want my bread back. So no, I'm not even. Listen, you can be a nigga from Sicily. You still might not get it because if another nigga from Sicily, he got the whole business plan. He already got this. He got that. He already know what venue he want to get. Oh yeah, I'll give you the loan. But
Nigga,
you just
between Tony Soprano and fucking who's the nigga from the Goodfellas?
You're right. Yeah, literally. Right, literally. But so that's the whole thing. Let's see. I guess we got left. What we could talk about? Twitter sharing the ad revenue. And I want to dig into this NPC shit in a bit.
NPC shit. What NPC shit?
You must you not aware. Okay, you not hip. All right, we could. Don't worry. I'll put you on. But yeah, I guess we could start with Twitter is now sharing ad revenue with popular accounts. So basically every interaction, including replies, is like there's ad revenue to be here. So this is a scenario where I keep trying to tell niggas, if you hadn't done it already, you better start now because the fuckery you see on this website is only going to get worse.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though this sharing of ad revenue is right now, it's limited to specific accounts, i.e., people who are slobbing on Elon's poll. That's probably how it'll remain for a bit, and I think he'll probably selectively roll it out to certain people.
Honestly, don't even 100% believe this is true. Well, I believe that
maybe
they're
not
rolling it out, but I've seen specific tweets from people saying, "Oh, I just got paid $25,000. I just got paid $32,000." I don't believe that. I believe that they rolled out this system, but these niggas that are saying, "Oh, I made this and that," these are plants.
I think a lot of it is. I think a lot of you niggas are not you're liars. Like that's just not shocking. I don't believe anything Elon says though. So that's the other part. Yeah. Like I understand that if anyone should know anything about Twitter, it's the guy who runs Twitter, but that's also the reason why I'm not going to believe anything he has to say about Twitter because you're the guy who runs Twitter and you're a famous liar. Like you are well known for lying. But I think to me, this is also one of those things where it's like, this is one of those like issues that this is why I always try to tell, like, I always hated when people would like stealth promote something. Like, for example, right? And this is kind of off of this, but it's the same thing, right? Do you remember those girls? I forgot their name. Flyana Boss, I think was the name of the two girls. They had those videos where they kept running like the Hello Christ shit. You seen these videos?
No, I have not. hello.
I'm positive you've seen one of these videos. But anywho, so these girls, they basically have this thing where they run and they sing like the verses from their song. And they've been doing these videos. They've done like 3 or 4 of them, right? And a lot of people have pretty much been shitting on these girls, like, oh, this song is whack. Y'all just how y'all gonna do 4 videos for the same song? Da da da. Basically cooking and shitting on these videos. Then they recently dropped a video of them running through the Google headquarters. They were personally invited there by Google. Right? So then you start to realize you niggas are promoting these people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, y'all will talk all the shit y'all want about how much y'all don't like these people and not realize that by quote tweeting this and putting it on someone's dash who's never heard of these women, when they click through and they're like, oh, this is kind of cool. What's their name? Like, that's self-promotion.
We've been saying this for years.
Years.
Now niggas are actually getting paid for hate interactions. Stop reposting shit that you don't like.
Yeah.
Please.
That's all. Like,
please.
All I beg you niggas to do is, if you're gonna do anything, screenshot it, do a separate post, just make a separate. Stop retweeting. No, because all y'all want is y'all know. But if I don't quote it, my tweet won't be attached to the quotes, so I can't get them free numbers.
Bang off.
Yeah, exactly. I know, and that's the fucking problem here. All you niggas want to do is bang off, but the problem is y'all are giving promo to people y'all allegedly hate. Like, I watched them do this on so many different occasions where it's just like to the point to where I'm like, bro. Sometimes I will genuinely hate some shit, and I'm just like, y'all just keep talking about this. Y'all are giving them what they want.
Yeah,
because people fail to realize, like, deals aren't just made off of followers and shit like that, bro. If you have a consistent amount, like, for example, if every time, like, say she put out the first video, right, and the video did the numbers and went viral, then she put out the second one, and maybe the numbers were a little bit less, but then the numbers jumped back up a little because you idiots came in there hating. And then as the next one keeps, I keep getting numbers for it. So the numbers are going to be consistently high because y'all hating. And the problem you're not realizing with that is, if I'm a person who's just looking at interactions, who's looking at reach, right? Because it's not just about how many likes you get or how many retweets you get, but it's also about reach. How many people saw your video? Ooh, 16 million? Damn. How many people saw the second one? Ooh, 13 million? Damn. How many people saw the third one? Oh, 10 million. Like, so every video you drop has reach. Brother, you are proving to whoever wants to pay these girls or these people y'all hate that they're worth something. You're proving that. And it's like, niggas aren't getting it. Like, niggas do not understand. And it's like, but niggas get it. I do think niggas get it. I think niggas are just so thirsty.
They care more.
Yeah, they care more about what they care about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what the real problem comes down to.
I don't fuck with this shit, but if I get a bag, then, I mean, I guess I can get them shine too. I mean,
you're gonna be terrorizing niggas. But so that's my one thing I always hate, because I was like, y'all always do this, and y'all do it to everyone. I watch y'all do it to Bad Baby. I watch y'all do it to these girls. I watch y'all do it to people y'all like.
Island Boys.
Y'all did it to the Island Boys. You did it to hell. They did.
Them niggas broke now. Thank God.
Not shocking. But, and this is honestly a good transition to the next point, but they also did it to these NPC niggas. Right? So I don't
get into this. What is this?
So I will get into this, right? So you've seen that video, I believe, maybe, I don't know. I think I sent it to you, but you've seen that video of that girl who's like talking. She's like, grab.
Oh, yeah.
So this is a series of, it's an NPC fetish is what it's called, right? Put it this way, like this. Here's a rule of thumb on the internet. If you see a video of something that is just indescribably odd, just assume it's a fetish. Just assume someone somewhere is milking it to this, right? I'm serious. Just assume that. Like if you watch some videos of people cooking and it looks like the most abominable, just assume someone somewhere is yanking it. That's just, and then it makes more sense somehow.
Yeah. So
with the NPC thing, right? There's this whole concept, this whole trend of people who essentially, for lack of better, are cosplaying as NPCs. So they'll go live. And
it's crazy. I've seen more.
You see more and more of them, yeah?
Yeah, ever since this girl's popped up, I've seen a nigga dressed like Miles Morales, Spider-Man, and he was doing the same shit. Like, oh, like somebody gave him Rosie, said, oh, I haven't seen my Uncle Aaron in a while. I have to leave this on his grave. Like, this is some... You niggas are sick.
Yeah.
Not the niggas that are doing it, but the niggas that want to see this and are paying for this. You niggas need help.
Yeah. And so, literally, they broke it down with this one lady. And there was this particular, like, black woman who was, like, French, who they kept posting. She was, like, the original one who was doing... Ice cream so good.
Ice cream so good.
Ice cream so good.
No.
Yo. If it's one thing I know, nigga, it's ice cream so good.
Is this the one that we both saw? Is this or is
this ice cream so that's the same woman.
She's like, French?
Yeah, she's French. She's from Seychelles.
Does she even speak English, or is she just reading the shit that they give her? She's getting paid to read shit for a language she don't even speak. Or does she at least speak?
I think she can speak English, but when
I feel like it would be even better if she spoke no English and the
videos. You can see her like every once in a while she'll break character and like talk to her son in the background, and like it's all in French. So like she's French. Okay. That's how they talk. Like, well, yeah, okay. So she's Canadian, yeah. Well, you know, them French niggas be heavy in Canada, but
French Canadian, yeah.
But yeah, so this was one of those things, though. But perfect example of what I'm saying, right? You know how many people sat up here and said, "This is so fucking weird. This is so fucking stupid. This is so fucking." And guess what? Now you're seeing every NPC fetish producer in the world, right?
Yeah. Ever since niggas started talking about it, I've seen more and more.
Yep.
Since that first girl, I've seen like 7.
Yeah, I've seen a white girl doing it. I've seen a few black folks doing it. Like I'm seeing a bunch of people doing it now. Like, and I ain't gonna hold you. Yo, none of them fucking with my girl ice cream so good for real. Like,
yo,
yo, listen, none of them fucking with grab.
No, you said none of them are fucking with it. They all say the same things.
Nah, bro, her bag different. It's
the way she say
bro,
grab, right?
Bro, that's like saying every NPC is the same. You know that's Kizzy. Like, what are you talking about? Every NPC got the same lines? No way. What are you talking about, bro? You did all the side quests in Diablo, ain't learned shit.
Yeah, okay. Let's not bring Diablo into this.
But then once I saw the breakdown, like the monetary breakdown for like what these people, like, dog, they were like, yo, so basically like, I think ice cream is like 1 coin, like 1 TikTok coin or whatever the hell,
right? How much is a coin worth?
I'm just about to get to that. So ice cream is like 1 coin. There's like this cowgirl one that's like 99 coins, but 1 coin is the equivalent of, I think it said like 1.3 cents, basically. So a penny and a little bit more, right? Mm-hmm. So think about it. The cowgirl is $1 off top. And my whole point is, I'm like, bro, I don't know if y'all watched those videos. Like with those numbers in mind, I went back to watch the videos. And like there's a couple times where like the video will be like 45 seconds. I'm just counting the money in 45 seconds. And I'm like, no, you didn't just make $30-something in 45 seconds.
Yeah.
And then it really clicks in like, okay. Grab.
It seems weird doing fetish content on TikTok, no? Like, shouldn't this be on like, I mean, I guess where else would you do it? Nobody.
Oh no, this
isn't sexual enough to be.
Yeah, TikTok's the perfect place, bro. Do you know? Yeah. TikTok is the from everything I've heard from every person, it's the easiest app to grow a following on.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Like bar none, it's the easiest app to grow a following on. So
you can I have over 100 followers on TikTok, and I post like once every 7 months, maybe.
Yeah, no, TikTok is a very strange place because it's everything in the world. Like people fail to realize this is a global app. Like Twitter is a global app as well, but there's pockets. So like because your location is set to America, nigga, you're not seeing French like you're not seeing French tweets. You dig what I'm saying? You're not seeing English tweets. You're not seeing Australian tweets or African tweets. Well, unfortunately, I do see the African tweets, but
we're African American. There's Africans in our American space.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the African
diaspora war that needs to be won.
Listen, I ain't worried about no diaspora war. You African niggas on Twitter, man.
Listen, once the diaspora war is over, yo, we don't have to worry about that.
But anywho, so yeah, I was doing the numbers like, oh, she making bread, and it's so funny because it's like. I'm never paying for this. I might sit in that room for 10 minutes. Why
would you do that?
I don't know. What
do you get out of it? Are you developing a new fetish?
I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know why.
Hey, at
I'm
least
here,
he open. You open. He said,
I don't even know why I'm here for real.
Oh, these niggas morbid curiosity, bro.
Nigga in the back, in the back, sipping a brew. Like, yo, what you doing here? I don't even know for
I
real.
don't know, man.
I was
I just
walking down
got
the
here for
hallway.
real.
I was walking past. All I just heard was yes, 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 yes. I was like, what they doing in there? Walked in there and I said, oh, grab, fire, grab.
Grab it. Oh, hold
And
on now.
the cowgirl was. She was like, ooh.
Fire.
She was like, ooh, you make me feel like a little cowgirl. Me crying. And the funniest part is her hand movement. Like, like in certain games,
It's part of the
it's
NPC.
part of it's literally the NPC
The
shit.
way she be moving is bot like.
She be like bopping and shit. That shit was killing me. I
This
was
is
like,
we
yeah.
talked about this off stream, but this is like an evolution of the whatever you say boomer girl, because she used to have those weird like face movements like an anime character, and this is just an evolution of that.
It truly is. It truly is.
And I don't even think the whatever you say boomer girl was getting paid. I think this is
yeah. I think she was a little too early. I know she's sick.
honestly, nigga, if she was here now, she'd be a billionaire, bro.
She's probably still around doing something. I'm assuming.
No, she's a millionaire now. But if she was doing the whatever you say, the facial tics, the weird
Oh
looking,
yeah.
if
It
she
would have
was
been
doing that now,
over.
nigga, she's a millionaire already. But if she started the facial tic shit now, bro, it would have been
She'd
over.
be eating. That girl has 700,000 followers.
The ice cream girl, the one we talking about now.
No, the boomer.
I'm surprised shit. The fact that she's a millionaire
That
doesn't
was
got 1 million followers is
bro.
crazy.
The OK Boomer shit was 2020. This is I don't think I like the world.
Oh no, yeah, time is fucked up.
Because that does not feel like 3 years ago, bro. You could have convinced me that was like 10. You gotta believe you like
First season of Jujutsu Kaisen came out in 2020.
Yo, whatever you say, boomer. Like, but no, like literally. So literally, that ice cream girl was doing this and that, Her numbers was doing whatever numbers, and then literally, like after niggas posted her shit for a day or two, her live started going crazy. There was no like literally niggas in the chat just like, yo, what the fuck y'all doing? Y'all sound crazy. Y'all look crazy. Meanwhile, ice cream so good. Ice cream so baby. That when that shit say 2 times X 232, ice cream so good. Bitch, each one is 1.3 cents. That's like $3 right there.
Ooh.
From one person.
So like, I know people on TikTok get paid for the emotes they get or whatever, the ice cream, the fire, the coins.
Mm-hmm.
Is it like YouTube? Do they get paid for the comments too? So like if niggas are in chat saying, what the fuck are y'all talking about? Do they get paid for that too?
I don't think so. No, I think it's just
that'd be
it comes down to actual coin spent. Like I think it's like
okay.
I think it's like a Twitch in that.
So it's like Reddit, like nigga give you Reddit.
Or Reddit maybe. Yeah.
Got you.
But yeah, no, I just remember reading this. This is the same sort of thing. Like again, y'all niggas will propel the shit you hate into the upper echelon every time. Without a doubt. With it's a tale as old as time. You niggas do it every single time. And it's goofy because mind you, I'm not promoting it for that reason. This shit is hilarious to me. I'm promoting it.
Yeah, I'm not hating them. I'm just
literally I've never seen the ones like where it was just like it sounded like she doing a fighting game combo. Like that shit had me crying.
Now, my only complaint about all of this is the fact that this is a 19-year-old girl.
I think she was older than that because I remember seeing another video where she said she was born in 96, which would make her like what 26, 27.
Okay, that's better. Somebody that I saw yesterday tweeted she was 19. So
yeah,
that was
I
my
saw
only
that
thing.
as well.
She was this seems like basically a child doing fetish content for weirdos on the internet. That was my only concern. I don't care what she's doing. I think it's weird, and I think the niggas that like this are weird. But I'm not gonna hate on her getting money. I like her getting money. She should get as much money as she wants. I just think it's weird. It just seems weird to me being that young, providing fetish content for niggas in their 30s and 40s on the internet. It might be niggas younger than that, but most of these niggas that be having these weird fetishes for younger girls, they be old. That's just how it be.
Pretty much. And that ice cream not so good. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hot. Burn. Grab.
And it actually makes sense because it's like I've seen a few videos from some other nigga about being an NPC, and I was like, I don't get it. but I just like I didn't get it. I wouldn't, right? Like, but it's just like
ice cream wasn't so good.
Yeah, I mean, shit. You just haven't had ice cream so good, like so. It's whatever, bro. For real, for real. But yeah,
I
like
told
no,
you, I saw that Miles Morales one. Yeah, like these niggas, they coming out the woodwork now. So it's not even just women. It's just niggas have a fetish for this shit. Niggas being gender neutral pronoun. Um, Women are niggas too.
yeah. But yeah, no, literally, I'm looking at one video, and she's got a video on her page where she's literally posts her birthday, April 22nd, 1996.
Okay, I don't give a fuck then. She old. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
not old, but we're old. She's old enough to do fetish content.
yeah, ice cream's so good.
You grab,
And look,
grab.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I had only seen her in the lives. I went on her TikTok page just now. I was like, I'm not gonna say it out loud, but y'all look. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I can't say nothing. I won't say a word.
Send the TikTok. I'll say a word.
Y'all tell me what y'all think.
I'll say it.
Cause I'm here to tell you. Ice cream so
Her
good.
name is Pinky Doll. I
Ice
don't like the
cream,
name though.
ice
Pinky
cream
Doll.
so good. Yeah, like fuck we talking
Oh
about.
man, I typed in PIN in her page. Niggas are searching like crazy.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, these niggas put all these numbers on her shit. Like that's the problem. Like you niggas don't get it. Grab, 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 grab,
You
grab.
know, I hope she has a. Wait, no, her page says 19 years old.
I know it does. Her page also has a video where she says her birthday is 1996. Like that's the part that's confusing me. So I'm just like that video's on her page. It's not reposted. It's her video.
That's the part. I mean, do whatever you gotta do to get a buck, but niggas are looking for younger women. So she put it in her bio to grab. The fact that she had to put that in her bio to grab young niggas that are looking for young women is sick.
Mm-hmm. It makes the ice cream so good. It's really sick.
No, it makes the ice cream spoil. It's nasty, bro.
Oh, I don't know who she was talking to in that video. She was talking in French, and that sounded like maybe it's not her son. I don't know. It could be her nephew or some shit. I don't know. But she was talking to somebody. She was doing a countdown, and when somebody do that, I know what time it is. I've been around black mothers before. Like
You got a video now with a kid in the background, so she's got a kid regularly in her house, I guess.
yeah. Why you ever said there's a kid there? I don't know if that's her child or not, but I don't know. All I know is the ice cream's so good. So, fuck else do I need to care about? And most importantly, I make her feel like a cowgirl.
You specifically make her feel like that.
Yeah, no, me specifically. That's why I sent it in. When I sent it in, I made her feel like that.
How much did that cost to send it in? How many
Oh, the
coins is that?
cowgirl. That was like $1 and some change. It wasn't too much, like $1.30 basically.
You feel like a big man because your favorite TikTok streamer said you made her feel like a cowgirl?
Nah, not yet. I'll probably send in like 10, 12 more before I feel like a big man.
You probably gotta spend like another 100K, honestly.
Listen, I mean, I'll spend whatever I gotta spend if the ice cream's so good.
Simp! Simp! Simp!
That's gonna be one of my NPC sounds. Simp! Simp!
You know niggas get off to that too.
I'm about to get into this shit. Simp! Simp! Hey, you better chill out. That's a RICO case. Hey, chill out. That's a RICO case. Chill out. That's a RICO. Simp! 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 Y'all bugging.
She is feeling close with roaches. She is feeling close with roaches.
Oh shit, Barbenheimer. Hey, it is what it is, bro. Get your bag, bro. I swear to God.
What was Jay Electronica name? You know it.
Fucking Jade off, yo.
Jade off.
Oh man, yeah, just
this is sick, bro.
Nah, this shit is hilarious. This is what I mean when it's just like, bro, listen, sometimes I'm disgusted by what I see on the internet, and other times, thank you. I thank you. I needed this. Life got a little too serious.
Oh man.
shit was getting real hot outside. It's getting real. It's getting real heavy out.
Racism. Sometimes it's just. Sometimes racism it just hits the nail on the head, man. I just needed that.
He said, "What's that video of them doing?" He's like, "If this is racism, I want some more of that. Let me get that. Let me."
You know what's crazy? That nigga's dead.
Yeah, I had seen that. He died like AIDS or something.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I did not know that. I commented on a video of that nigga specifically, and somebody said, "You know he dead," and I asked for sources, and they provided sources. Rip Bozo. I don't really give a fuck.
Listen. If this is a new era, racism,
he died mid-pandemic. If this is a new wave of pandemic, I want more of that.
I need that. If this is a new pandemic, I need that. Like, it's
really pandemic, yo. That's bot behavior, yo. NPC ass niggas.
NPC behavior.
That's crazy.
Well, I'm screaming.
If it was me, I'm built different. I wouldn't die in the pandemic, but
I would have waited till afterward at least.
Especially if I was supporting Trump, the nigga that didn't give a fuck about the pandemic. I mean, that's just me though. My glorious, juicy King Trump could never die in a pandemic, so why would I?
And even the part that blew mine was like her popping individual kernels of corn with the hot iron, like with the straightening iron. That was the part. Like in the video, pay close attention. She's popping individual kernels of corn. You can see it, even in the one you sent to me.
I didn't see that video, but I see somebody go to Target and say, "Enough of this," and they posted a hot iron and a bag of unpopped popcorn. I didn't know what it meant at first, yo. I did not know what it meant.
Yeah, that's literally what it is.
Okay. This woman has changed the landscape of the internet, yo. She's a main character in a good way.
Nah, it was fetish content.
I mean, the whole internet is fetish content at some point, right? The whatever you say, Boomer Girl was fetish content.
I was screaming. They had a black dude doing it, and the caption was just grown man. Grown man. Like
I saw Miles Morales Spider-Man doing it. The nigga had a gray afro.
Like nigga said, grown man. By the way, like just so
please,
we clear,
please,
like
so we know, bro. Please.
That shit is killing me though. Oh my goodness. But yeah, man, listen,
we
man.
used to hunt mammoths with
speed. Grown man.
Listen, bro. Hey, listen, I'm selling out, yo. I'm gonna do this.
Nah, listen, I promise you, bro. When I seen them numbers Shorty was making, I said I screamed so good. Like that's so yeah. I could promise you niggas an hour a day, bro. I promise, yo.
He said, grown man. What that mean? Yeah, that grown man making money.
Mm-hmm.
We used to hunt mammoths with spears. It's hilarious, though. I can't ignore that. That is a good joke.
Yeah, mammoth's so good.
Selling out for a bag. This brings us to threads.
Well, they
no. Wait, no. Actually, no. This doesn't bring us to threads. This brings us back to Twitter. Our original point, which we completely missed, was niggas were getting paid.
I think we missed it. I think we kind of got
what I wanted was I'm gonna pay for Twitter Blue, and I'm selling out. I'm going full Candace Owens for interactions.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'm getting Twitter Blue, and I'm saying the most obscene. I'm going full thought daughter, gay son. I'm doing whatever rent. How much should the woman pay? How much should the man pay?
He's sick.
I'm doing whatever it takes to get interactions, to get those retweets, those replies. I'm doing whatever.
This is a sick Negro.
Listen, man. I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm not gonna use my face, my brand. I'm gonna make another Twitter because I can't have my face attached to the shit that I'm gonna say because I'm gonna say some terrible things. I'm gonna say some very bad things.
I'm gonna say some very bad things.
Listen, man, if niggas get paid for Twitter, I already got enough replies, and I don't even have 1,000 followers. So if I Listen, I'm gonna get one of those bots together. I'm gonna buy like 25,000 followers. That package is cheap. It's like $100. I checked. I'm gonna get verified, and I'm gonna just spout the worst shit you can imagine. Act like y'all don't know me, because I'm gonna blow up, and I'm gonna act like I don't know nobody.
I can only act like that if I'm getting a cut. By the way,
I can't implicate you in this because I'm gonna say some things that will. It's gonna be bad.
That was nice. Nice try. Nice try, though.
It's gonna be bad, Skip.
Nice try. I still want my bread though. So go ahead, implicate me.
All right, fuck it.
Nah,
I'll let you take the fault. You're gonna be the face of it. You're gonna be the face of it.
That's not. Mm-mm. No, that ain't it.
If you want me to buy you some shoes and a red nose too, I'll put you on the face of it.
Thank you. No, thank you. I'm all right. I appreciate that though.
No, you wanted to cut. You gotta do something.
I don't. Can I pop individual kernels of popcorn with a flat iron? Is that all right? Is that
My Twitter doesn't do fetish content. It's strictly hate speech.
Okay. There are some niggas I hate, but
not the niggas that get you money. You don't get money for hating Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah, word, literally. Which, well, I do. But yeah, I mean, look, I ain't got nothing else. We got some scaring the whole stories, but we could probably say that for next week.
Yeah, we can save a lot of this for next week.
And even the
agenda.
Yeah, top 40 gay things a straight man can do. Yeah, we can say that for next week too.
Vinland Saga, we can say that because I still need to finish the manga anyway. Actually we got 2 months of this. Twitter, anti-Semitism.
The writer strike, movies, Shein.
Oh, we went through anti-Semitism. The reason I put this on there is because I was on Threads the first day it came out. And a nigga said on Threads,
wait, hold on. Well, is this something we can say on here as well?
Yeah, no, it's not.
Okay, all right. I just want to make sure.
I mean, we won't get like assassinated for this, but I mean, it's pretty bad. But
yeah, no, I just want to make sure it wasn't something like on face value that would just get us cooked.
Oh no, it's anti-Semitism, but you two don't really care about that. No, I was on Threads and somebody said, can I cook the Jews on here like I do on Truth Social?
This
is a black person that said this. A black person using Truth Social.
Yo, a nigga using Truth Social is a fucking op, yo. Like,
this is a black person.
Like, brother, you are the biggest op that there is.
They got up. That was their first tweet or the first thread. Can I? Basically, he just came on here and said, "Can I talk shit about Jewish people like I do on Truth Social? Because Twitter won't let me."
Nigga got on there and immediately said, "Yo, so do y'all do anti-Semitism or no?"
Obviously, that thread got deleted or removed, and so did their profile. But
yeah, cooking is insane. Like you knew exactly what you was doing with that one.
Oh yeah, no, like I said, this is a sick Negro. This is the whole reason that I put anti-Semitism on the docket because of that one thread that I saw. Like nigga, just first off, why are you using truth? Well, I know why, because you're saying shit like cooking and then people, but this is a sick Negro.
Very sick. Like, bro, a nigga on Truth Social, bro. How
does a nigga even operate on Truth Social? They hate you there.
I know something's wrong with that nigga. I know it for a fact. Like, I don't need to.
They hate you. How is a nigga on Truth Social, bro? What sense does this make?
Nah, because as long as he say the things that they need he need them to say.
He's the token. He's the token Negro. Yeah, I know.
Some niggas sign up for that.
Yeah.
Some niggas said, if that's tokenism, I need more of that. Let me get that.
Come on, dog.
If that's a token, let me get some more of that. Like, no, don't ask for that.
I mean, hey, that's him. Honestly.
Oh no, nah, we ain't letting them. We gonna beat them with hammers.
How many of us? How many we got?
Shit, as many as I can recruit for the day.
The more the merrier. That's all I'm saying.
Shit, like, bro, listen, I'll pay some of y'all to show up. Type
Reese,
shit.
we got you. We need you with a hammer. Claw hammers too. I want it to be painful. I want what are those jagged hammers that go like grooves in the when you pounding them down?
Now we gotta mix them up. I want a couple of those, maybe a ball peen hammer or two.
No, I don't want no blunt force. I want niggas to get impaled and blunted at the same time. If that makes sense.
It don't. You gotta diversify your hatred, bro. Come on.
Have you look up a claw face hammer?
I know what a claw face hammer look like.
Okay, I'm just
I know.
actually when I look up claw face hammer, it's literally just the back of the hammer. There's a hammer specifically that I'm thinking of that has like when you striking the hammer down, it has spikes on it. Maybe this isn't a hammer and this is a weapon.
Maybe not, because I would say a claw
This
hammer is something. It's the thing you're talking about with the thing on the back of it.
that's just a normal hammer though, isn't it? Don't all hammers have the shit on the back?
No, that's specifically a claw hammer. Claw hammers are just very common.
Oh, okay. What's a normal hammer? What
A
does a
hammer
normal
with
hammer have on the back?
nothing. That's more so like a ball peen type hammer.
Oh.
More like it's like mallet type shit, I guess. I don't know.
Oh, like it's a mallet, but it's not rubber. Oh, okay.
Because most hammers are like what, double sided, sort of, right? Like you might be thinking of a spiked maul or something like that.
Yeah, but I
Or
like I said, I'm
or a
probably
war
thinking of
hammer.
a fucking weapon.
Yeah, like I
Okay,
don't think.
so yeah, a claw hammer is like you said, it's the shit in the back. That's normal, and I
Mhm.
think you're right. A normal hammer is like a mallet, but it's not rubber. It's fucking metal.
Yeah, just like the metal or the not maybe not metal, but what's the other material? I can't think of it.
That's still crazy. You can really cave a nigga head in with that with a
Mm-hmm.
metal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Wow, you been thinking about that? Who you been thinking about doing it to
Tommy
specifically?
Tuberville.
Tommy Tuber.
It's just because he's been talking a lot recently.
Yeah, no, I never liked him. He was a college football guy before, and I never liked him. So
I've always not liked him, but recently he been really going out his way to dick suck the GOP.
yeah, like he's really
He been
putting himself at the top of the list.
yeah, up there with fucking who is it? Franklin,
Franklin,
the turtle, Mitch
the
McConnell.
turtle. Oh, I was about to say the nigga who played Franklin.
No, not the actual nigga, not the voice actor.
Yeah, I was so confused. I was like, damn, what are we doing?
No. Mitch McConnell, the turtle. Tell me he don't look like a turtle.
He do. He definitely
Yeah.
do. I was confused as hell. Like, damn, bro, the voice actor all the way up there with it.
Nah,
I'm like, man, he must have did something egregious for real.
Tommy Tuberville getting up there with Mitch McConnell, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. All these niggas are very high up on my list. I don't. You know what's crazy? Niggas in America being racist is almost at a norm at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So on my list, you have to do more than just be racist.
Yeah, no, that's not.
That's not enough because everybody's racist. Like Donald Trump, he's not even on my list. That nigga's funny, honestly. He gets a pass just because he's funny. These niggas, I just don't like niggas like just straight up outwardly bold faced lying in front of everybody when we know you're not lying. When we know you are lying, like we can see the truth right there and you still lying. I don't like that. Because like it's almost like you calling me stupid.
No,
This
you
is
literally,
disrespect.
yeah, yeah. You
Like
literally called me a fool.
these niggas that are just straight up getting up here just saying whatever the fuck they want with no repercussions, no consequence. Yeah. Marjorie Taylor Green,
Mm.
Supreme Court, all of them niggas. All the Supreme Court. Clarence Thomas first though, for obvious reasons. Tommy Tuberville as of last week, because this niggas he's been going off. I gotta respect the committed
Sounds it out.
Communication, for sure.
Communication.
No, I gotta respect it. Kevin McCarthy, he's low on the list, but he's there. Mitch McConnell. Yeah, it's a lot of rising stars in the GOP, honestly.
It's a lot of rising stars on my kill list.
No, you can't say that.
That's basically what he's
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yeah.
In Minecraft, yeah.
Like
Definitely
the people that I want to combat.
I'm on a TNT, nigga. Yeah.
I would like to what's 1v1?
What's 1v? Oh yeah, 1v1. Nigga, I will single combat every single one of these niggas in a row without a break. Easily.
Easy, nigga. 1v1
low to no diff. Mitch McConnell was a no diff.
Yeah, that's no diff for sure.
That's no diff.
Well, security guards might be my
No. It's a 1v1. There's no security.
So it's just straight. Yeah. Low diff.
Yeah, no diff. What do you mean low?
Nah, I mean, them old niggas, they might bite you or something.
That nigga fell last year and his fucking arm was bruised for like 7 months. Marjorie Taylor Greene, I'll say low diff because I saw her working out doing CrossFit. She was working out incorrectly, but she was working out.
I'm screaming.
Lauren Boebert, no diff. Tommy Tuberville, no diff. Negative diff. I'll rip that nigga in half like a chimpanzee at the zoo.
All right.
Listen, this don't need to turn into a GOP. Who would I?
Yeah, I was
on a live fest.
Out here, if that's where we at in the day.
That's what we devolved into. But yeah, let's get out of here.
Ladies and gents, sentient piles of rebels, non-binary folks, kids on the run away from their parents. It's been another good one. It's been a good one. Appreciate y'all all for showing up, man. Couldn't have did it without y'all. Well, I mean, I would have did it without y'all anyway, but thank you for being here.
Shein employees, thank y'all for listening too.
Shein employees, free you.
Free that one guy that's making 6,000.
It's just him, yeah. No, it probably ain't even a nigga. It's a woman too. You know, it's a woman.
Nigga is gender neutral.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you did say that.
A female nigga.
A niggette, if you will.
A niggette.
All right, yeah. Well, that
being said,
yeah, okay, definitely time to get out of here. See you later, folks. Love you all. Well, not all of you, but thanks for showing up, guys. And yeah, that's it. That's all I got. So, peace.